Hello, chatters! Hi, everyone. Welcome into today's DRL match. Today, commentating with me, I have my good buddy Adef. Hi, Adef.
What's up, chat room? We're here. We're DRL gaming. I'm pumped.
Oh yeah, chat. How is this music? It's honestly kind of freaking me out. Whose soundtrack is this? I gotta turn this down. Aldrich, of course it's Aldrich. Okay. Well, guys, happy to have you guys here today. We are going to have a fun match. It's been a while since I've commentated some DRL, hasn't it? So I'm actually really excited to watch another match today. Let me just see if these guys are online, because they always go live so late, and it makes me nervous.
Well, it's not, it's not as official as the Bingo Brawler style,
right.
Everybody please be live this amount of time. Yeah. We got the delay, whatever. So I think it's understandable that they're like, I'll go live 5 minutes before.
Yeah. One of them is not even live yet, so but no, you're right. It's chill. They know what they're doing. It's chill. But anyway, for those of you who don't know what DRL is, this is Forza's Deathless Randomizer League. So the game is basically exactly what it sounds like. They're going to be doing a randomizer, and they're going to be doing it deathless. And the main goal is going to be who can beat the most amount of bosses in the 2 hours that they have, and especially without dying. There are some specifics in the logistics, but we can get into that. Today we will be playing Niora versus Plural. I don't know that we've seen both of these players, but we will go take a glance at their qualifier seeds while we wait, so we can compare what their qualifier seeds look like and what kind of, maybe we can guess what their play styles look like. So Adef, do you see my screen?
Yes, so Plural was 13th in the quals.
Yes.
It looks like an early death on seed 1. And then for the rest of the seeds, for the most part, pretty good. 68, 77, 78, 77, 70. These are good scores. 57 and 55 on seeds 4 and 7, though. So sort of like a mid-game death. This is screaming to me. This is a fairly consistent player. We've seen some 80s from some of the players, and it looks like Plural is landing more often in the 70 to 77 range, especially on seed 8. Which in theory, right, towards the end, you should be getting your highest scores, I think. Landing 70 on seed 8 tells me, like, okay, this is a decent player with good consistency, but maybe not, like, the fastest player there is.
Right. I would completely agree with that assessment. I would also agree he's pretty consistent. He's probably plays pretty safe and like doesn't take too many crazy risks. I mean, to be fair, 77s and 78s, like 2 77s and a 78 is still really, really good.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, but no, I feel like usually on the riskier players, you'd see maybe something more like Kaidruro with a 2 and an 82. You know what I mean? So let's compare Plural to Niora, who ranked 3rd in the qualifiers, by the way. Very high ranking.
Yeah, so 3rd in the quals, or as we would say in French, troisième. They
Nice.
got 78 on seed 1. Now, seed 1 saw a lot of big scores posted, but like Plural by comparison died at 12 on seed 1. We got 78, 78, 79, 75, 84. One of the single highest scores in the entire qualifiers. 84 is absolutely bonkers. But then also dying in, the mid-game on 2 of their seeds, 73 death. The fact that 73 is not a seed that's counting for this player, because, they only take the 5 highest scores out of the qualifiers. 73 not making the cut is a pretty good sign that this is a very fast player.
Yeah, I agree with your assessment as well here. I think 84 is a pretty scary score. We do see a lot of the good players have really high scores on seed 7. Also a couple of zeros. I don't know if that means that they just died early or if that they just didn't do that seed, possibly. But
yeah, maybe it's just that they were like, okay, well, I know I've got scores good enough to make it. I'm not even going to worry about it.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, 84 is a fantastic score. I would say that we're going to be seeing probably Niora, who is a little bit riskier, is probably going to play a little more aggressively, versus Plural, who plays consistently. And we have seen some matches where the fast risky has paid off, obviously, because that pays off sometimes. But also we've seen some matches where it doesn't pay off and someone dies in the first minute. You know what I mean? So that's the fun part about different kind of play styles, chat, and that's the fun part about. I like watching aggressive players. I feel like everyone does. But
so Plural
yeah.
started in winners round 1 and beat Azaz 79-76. Then lost to the aforementioned Kejuro 84-79.
Yeah.
And then in losers bracket, Plural, one of the last remaining American players, by the way, the last remaining American player, has only won against Teddy, who died at 10. So we haven't seen like a ton from Plural in the bracket round, but you know, getting 79 twice in the winners bracket is pretty good. And then our other player, Neora, where are they in the bracket?
Neora started in the actually no, they didn't start. They started in the winners bracket, of course. Lost to Romain Jacques with a 75 to a 73. Very close.
Okay.
Played against NPT, our boy, and he beat NPT 81-77. Beat Pearl 79-78. Beat Rambler 80-79. All very close games, and that takes him here.
In a rare Adef moment, I know all of the players that
really
that Neora has played against, or I know of them, and they're all very good. Like Romain Jacques, that's a respectable player to lose against.
Sure.
Incredibly talented Elden Ring player who's actually in the winners finals against Forza. And then, you know, beating NPT, beating Tom is no small thing. Beating Pearl is no small thing. Pearl is a very talented Rando player, and Rambler also, one of Brazil's finest. So I think this is like a pretty dominant losers bracket run. Now, whoever wins this match between the two of them is going to be up against the second seed. Iron U from France is the second seed in the tournament, waiting in losers quarters right now. And then whoever wins that plays the winner of like Kejuro. This is, I mean, you know, not surprising, but the top 8 of this tournament is pretty stacked.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. It is looking pretty scary, but those are going to be some crazy matches. I can't wait to see them.
Oh yeah. I feel like this is going to be a very fascinating final few matches for the DRL. Yeah,
for sure. So chat, what is with this creepy music? Oh my god, who is the Celestial Emissary? Oh my god. Dark Souls 3.
Oh, is it Bloodborne?
Okay. Yeah,
Dark
it was
Souls
Bloodborne.
3, okay.
So we are about 5 minutes away from starting. We got Plural, who is on their starting soon screen. Love to see it. So what we're going to be seeing here for anyone who is new is the classes are all going to be randomized. So they're going to be looking through. Once they decide on a class, they are going to have enough money for 30 levels. Or up to level 30. I think it's 30 levels. I don't actually remember now. It's been a while. But they are going to have some money that they can only use on leveling. So they're going to pick, okay, do they want that in health? Do they want that in strength? Whatever the case is, they're going to be doing that. And then one of the main things about DRL seeds is the graces. So every single seed starts with the 2 same graces, one in Liurnia, one in Limgrave. There are also going to be 2 other graces that are going to be random, and that's going to be different every single seed. So up there in the top right corner, you're going to see what the 2 graces are. They could be in Nokron, they could be in Snowtops, they could be in the DLC, they could be in front of Bale. They could be anywhere. So the important thing to know here is that sometimes they're really useful and convenient, and sometimes they're not, right? So in DRL, for example, Altus Axis is absolutely vital. It's crucial. You need it to win. So they want to have typically a grace that can give them access to Altus, and or one in Altus ideally, but obviously that's a lot to ask sometimes. So that we're gonna be paying attention to those sort of things as we get in.
Look at so I actually did watch one of Neora's prior matches. I think you or somebody I was watching restreamed one of their prior matches. But look at their heartbeat counter in the top left of the cam right now. The match hasn't even started yet, and we're at 122 resting. So this player is nervous. I think both of our players probably quite nervous. You know, this is a big tournament. Forza is like the Elden Ring guy, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know, a lot of who's who of Elden Ring have been playing in this tournament. Aggie, Chris, NPT, Pearl, Romain Jacques, Forza. Like, these are incredibly good players. And so to be in the top 16, top 8 is a big deal. So look how, okay, and Plural looks nervous. I'm loving this. I love when the players have a little bit of nerves. I think that adds some life to the gameplay, and sort of takes players who are clearly consistent and adds a little bit of je ne sais quoi into the mix where, like, they could fuck up an easy jump, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And like I said, we've seen it, and you know, it sucks when you die immediately, or if you die on something that you really shouldn't have died on. That really sucks. But that takes us back to these play styles, right? Like, are you gonna play risky and potentially take it away and have the best score ever, or are you going to be consistent and safe and just hope that that is enough for you? Another thing to point out, Chad, is that the players don't know what the other guy is doing. So, like, if one of them die, the other one doesn't know that, right? So like, the whole time you're wondering, okay, am I gonna need just one more boss by the end? Is there something I can do to just get one more boss? Because there's a lot of games that have been the difference of one boss, like 10 seconds lost to some random stuff, whatever. It's a very difficult mental game. And also, that being said, if you do die, just because this is a league and this is, you know, we want to keep things entertaining, if you die, the game isn't over. What happens if you die is your score gets locked at what it was at the time of death. So if you die at 0, you're gonna get 0. However, the way for your score to get unlocked is if your opponent also gets 1 death, or if you die twice, you want your opponent to die twice as well. Basically, you need to have the same amount of deaths for your score to be unlocked. So what that means is if you do die, you are going to keep playing, keep trying your best, and just hope that your opponent has also died, which I think is the hardest mental game of them all. But
certainly, yeah. And, like, you know, that thing of not knowing whether your opponent has died or not is so scary. Okay, it looks like we're going here.
We are going, and our graces are in the mountaintops and in Snowfield. Neither of those give us Altus access, so that's not right. Nothing there gives Altus access. I don't think so.
Okay, it looks like Neora is dumping health and stam, which I think is smart.
Yeah.
And it looks like both of our players, Parky, forgive me for not knowing as much about DRL, but both of our players started Vagabond. Is this just because of the Death's Poker, or are they forced to start Vagabond?
Yeah, so I didn't even notice that there was Death Poker. I was busy talking. Yeah, Death's Poker has been the difference of games, Adef. I don't know if it's like this in other, like in Bingo or whatever, but in DRL, Death Poker absolutely just shreds it.
The Ash of War is incredible.
It is a difference maker, absolutely. The Ash of War goes insane. The Ash of War single phases Placid Juice-X. So yeah, no, they're absolutely, I bet you if there was a class with Death Poker with the worst stats ever, they would absolutely go that anyway, because Death Poker just means so much. And the thing with Death Poker, excuse me, is if you are comfortable with this weapon and you're like, yeah, this is going to be my weapon for the game, you don't really have to check shops as much, which saves time. And so I think that they absolutely both are very happy with this weapon.
Yeah, and also Vagabond is a fine starting class. The benefit of Vagabond, right, is that it's sort of a jack of all trades, because you start at level 1 but 10s across the board in your stats, so you have plenty of upward mobility, whether you want to invest into like int or strength or whatever, or maybe you want some FP to be able to use the Ash of War multiple times, because like Parky said, I mean, some of these bosses will get absolutely obliterated, especially at lower scaling. Even in the DLC, like things like Rolana, when she is staggered, if you open with one of the like Ash of War R2 combos and she's just sitting in it, you get a freeze proc, and it does ungodly damage because it's just damage over time constantly. It's incredibly good.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah,
there,
that's a
it
good.
was a difference maker for Aggie's match, right?
Right, that's what I'm thinking of. It was literally I mean, that amongst some other stuff, it like if both players would have had it, the game would have been different. So, it is so powerful. Um, but what we also just saw there, chat, is in Adef. I'm not sure if you're familiar, but when they do spawn in, they spawn in with a care package. So they get a few talisman, they get some armor sets, they get seals, and they get staves. No weapons though. And so we just saw them selling the things that they didn't want for a bunch of money, so that they can level and do a bunch of other stuff. What we'll probably see soon is, because we have auto upgrade, we will probably go see them once they've picked up all the upgrade stones that they require. They will be going to the round table, upgrading a seal, because if you guys didn't know, the thing with the lowest weight, the weapon with the lowest weight costs the least to upgrade, so seals cost the lowest. So they will be upgrading the seal, dropping the Death's Poker, picking it up again, and then it will be maxed, or not maxed, but whatever. They upgraded their
But to the
seal
equivalent, like,
Yes.
upgrade level.
Yes, exactly. So we've started taking a different path now. So we're gonna see Plural here checking the graveyard for some. Never mind. Actually, he teleported, but not somewhere crazy. They will both be here checking the gravestones.
It's
for
interesting,
something
in the
good.
care package, we've got Magic Scorpion Charm, which actually could be quite nice with Death's Poker, but you saw Neora unequip it for these graveyards, and that's very smart, because any of the Scorpion Charms, you're going to take a flat extra damage from basically everything. It increases damage taken. And so the graveyards are quite scary, obviously. And so removing something like the Magic Scorpion Charm is very smart, especially, you know, if you're mid-jump or mid-traversal, or you're in between sprints and you can quickly unequip something, you don't really lose any time, which is really good. Also, you can see our players doing the same thing, checking their stones while they move. And I also do this. I'm checking shit constantly while I'm moving in Rando. I'm like restless at the beginning of a Rando race. I'm like, okay, what stones do I have? Wait, no, what stones do I have?
Yeah.
Okay, what are other ones? We've got Axe Talisman, which is really good. I think I saw curved sword insignia, or what's it called? Wing sword insignia.
I didn't see what they got.
Yeah, they have the wing sword insignia, I think, which is the one where you get more damage with successive attacks. It's not as good as Rotwing Sword Insignia, but it's still quite nice. And then I saw Axe Talisman, which is really great also.
Yeah.
Improve your charge R2s.
Yeah. I don't know what the Charger 2 looks like on this weapon. I really only ever see the the L2.
Yeah, it's not terrible. It's still good for the same reason of just doing poise damage.
Yeah.
You'll see Neora there. So two things. Neora picked up the Zamor curved sword, which I don't think is a bad call. It's a decent frost weapon with a solid Ash of War. And he's dropping it automatically just so that he can pick it up in a moment. And you can see, like Parky said, upgrading one of these lighter weapons. Looks like he's upgrading the Astrologer Staff. But the other thing is warping is slightly faster, because what we're tracking here is not real time, but in-game time. So load screens don't count towards the total timer. So Neora, after shopping at the Twin Maiden Husks, warped to Round Table to save like literally 4 seconds.
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. As you guys will see here on the sides, we do have the time left, and it is going to be different because it is in-game time, which will be different, obviously, because they have different computers and different loading speeds. So that will be different. And sometimes a player will, play for 20 seconds longer and get a boss during that. So we got to keep an eye out for that stuff. Speaking of what's on screen, we also do have some key items that this is not going to give them extra points. It doesn't mean that they're going to win any better than the other guy, but this is just for our convenience to see if they have these key items. So the first one is the Deathless Medallion halves, and then the second one is the Academy key. The Academy isn't incredibly useful. However, the key is mostly just so that they can get to the Deathless lift faster. So that's just to help us keep an eye out. And here we do have the first boss, which is going to be a Death Knight in the water here. And look at that Death Poker L2 immediately doing work there.
And then he backs up straight into it again. A nice dodge. That attack from the Death Knight is so annoying. Nice stagger. And then, this is going to be a constant throughout today, especially on the weaker bosses or if they're at low health. You really do not want to take riposts when the boss is at low health, because if let's say the first half of the riposte kills the boss, but you still have to watch the second half of the animation anyway, the boss doesn't count until it's dead and you can't act. So killing a boss with normal attacks instead of taking a riposte is often much faster.
Yeah, that's a great point. That will definitely save some time for them. I would like to point out, so Niora also just killed a different first boss, the Hero of Zamor, with Hero of Zamor's weapon. I'm not really sure why he decided to switch. It is doing great work. Like, we just blinked and he killed that.
I think
that
early
Mariner.
game, the rationale might be that, like, this Ashavor is slightly easier to use than the Death's Poker. It's a little bit faster, and the Charge R2s and other attacks on the moveset are better on Zamor Curve Sword. The Curve Sword moveset is decent in general. Not incredible, but decent. And the weapon is just going to do more melee damage than Death's Poker most of the time. So I think the rationalization here might be like, okay, I think I can kill things faster with the Zamor Ice Storm rather than Death's Poker right now.
Yeah, and I mean, we saw that. It was faster. That's an interesting strat here. I'm not incredibly familiar. I don't really tend to use either of those weapons, though I know that they're very good.
I like Zamor Curve Sword.
That Ashavor was pretty crazy, especially if they're weak to ice or frost.
It's fun to use. You get to make a little tornado where you place the Ashavor. And it does a ton of frost damage on the Ashavor, which is really nice. Plus, I think it scales relatively similar as far as, like, with what stats to Death's Poker, because I think they both scale with int, but let me check. So Death's Poker scales sort of with int. Zamor Curve.
Oh yeah, that's so good.
Sword. Okay, Zamor Curve Sword doesn't scale with int, but I would imagine that the Ashavor probably does.
Oh my god. Yo, is that a Deathless half? Oh my god. Okay, so the first Deathless half was in this Ever Jail. I didn't see exactly the one it was. Let's just take a look when he leaves it.
It looks like it's right half.
It's the right half. Is this just whatever jail is that?
That the one that they just did, that was the Crucible Warrior in Stormvale.
Okay. Okay.
Or
yeah,
not Stormvale Castle, but like Storm Hill.
Storm Hill.
Whatever.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that is one that Plur will also be getting. Sometimes when the Deathless halves are on, like so the players will have a route that they're gonna do, right, guys? Like really like typical routes. And when it's an Everjail like that, obviously they're gonna do it. However, sometimes it gets really exciting when somebody does something a little more off the beaten path, and the other player doesn't do that. And then one guy has the Deathless half and the other one doesn't. And that's where things get really interesting. However, for their sake, I'm happy that it's in an easy spot, because otherwise they're gonna have to figure out a different way to get to Altus, which is kind of a nuisance. But yeah, we'll keep an eye out for where that second half is going to be. Oh my god, that was so good.
Looks like Plural, is also shifting to the Zamor Curve Sword. I do think this is correct.
Yeah.
I think it is tempting to use the Death's Poker, but I think that they will find the Death's Poker maybe better in late game.
Yeah.
Whereas this is going to be far superior in early game, because again, the melee damage from Zamor Curve Sword is like actually good. Whereas the Death's Poker is really just an Ash of War thing. I mean, watch it melt Bernal here, right?
Yeah,
because like any boss or enemy that stays still for the first 5 seconds is going to get wrecked by really either of these Ash of Wars. But Zamor Curve Sword is so fast comparatively that I think it's maybe better.
Oh, we didn't do a prediction. Wait, chat, let's do a prediction. I know we've already started, but it's hard to tell at this point who's going to win. Let me get one started here. Who will win between Yora or Plural? I'll put it for like 15 minutes and hope no one dies in the meantime. Okay. There you go. Go ahead and put all your Gamba points on there. Elden has a league? Yeah, Elden Ring has multiple leagues, actually. Welcome to the world of Elden Ring leagues.
That's another thing. Is like, okay, on Crucible Night, you saw just then when Niora put up the Ash of War, when Crucible Knight puts up his shield and tries to block the attack, it gets like hit away buy the Zamor Curve Sword like micro staggers. So it also has like some niche boss interactions that are going to allow you to like chunk more damage with melee while the Ashavor is happening. Whereas Death's Poker, when you go for the Ashavor, I know I'm like really belaboring this point, but like the Death's Poker Ashavor takes like 2 or 3 seconds to like properly use.
Yeah, no, you're right. This is like super good. Oh my gosh, that actually just melted. I gotta take notes on this. I would have never really thought to do that. To switch from
I mean, you know, it's a curved sword, which is the same. I don't know if it's a curved greatsword or not, which is the type of weapon that BHF is. Zamor.
Are there curved greatsword and regular curved sword?
Yes. So it is a curved greatsword.
Okay.
Which is the same moveset basically as BHF.
Okay.
So all the same attacks except for the Ashavor, basically. Though I think the Charge R2 might be slightly different on Zamor. I can't really remember. I haven't done a rando race in a bit.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think there are normal curved swords as well.
Yeah, maybe. Now that I think
Yeah,
of
there
it.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spirit Sword, Falx, Dancing Blade of Renah, Horned Warrior Sword, Scimitar, Falchion, Shamshir, Mantis Blade, Magma Blade, Wing of Estelle.
Those little curve guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, not weapons that I typically tend to go for, but yeah.
No. The curved swords... I mean, the Falx is really good, but...
Yes. Yo, the Falx, I need to also note that one, because I didn't realize how good that was until I watched Bingo today. That absolutely shredded.
The jump R2, when you're two-handing with the Falx, goes absolutely crazy. It hits like
insane.
5 times. So it also, I think it might activate talismans like the curved sword, or the winged sword insignia while you're using it. So like, that thing goes absolutely nuts.
Yeah. Okay, so here we do... Okay, actually, sorry, we've been getting a little bit off track here, but so Niora didn't fight Maggie here, did he? He just killed Bernal and left?
He'll probably warp back when it's nighttime. Maybe he didn't want to waste the time. Or I guess it's nighttime anytime, right?
Yeah, so in this game, the nighttime doesn't matter. However, I point that out because I've seen another player do that. Oh, he did fight her. It was just so fast. Okay, that's fair. But I have seen, if we do see any more of just like teleporting like that, Forza actually is someone whose play style is like perma teleporting. That guy, like, he'll just be somewhere and then just teleport away and then come back way later. And I'm not someone who plays in the DRL. I'm just a commentator, so I don't actually have all the strats and I don't have preferences to strats. But it is very interesting that they would do that. I wonder if... Like, we'll see someone go to Dragon Barrow and fight a Dragon Barrow boss, and then come back to Limgrave, and then go to Liurnia a little bit, and then come back to Limgrave, and then go back to Dragon Barrow. It's just like, I don't know, it's really fascinating to see the way that these players make these decisions and try and figure out why they're doing that. Because there are reasons, obviously. And I guess the fact that the warping is in-game time, which counts to the timer, matters a lot of that. But,
I think that's basically the complete reason, right? Like...
Yeah.
So, for instance, let's take that boss in War Master's Shack, for example. They both fought it, but you could, in theory, instead of having to rest at a grace, which might take 5 seconds, if you're really confident in your grace menuing on the map, maybe you'll say, okay, I'd rather save that 5 seconds in exchange for 2 seconds on the map later, because the warp is fast. I don't know. I think you'd have to be really good for that trade-off to matter over time. But, I mean, these players are quite good, so maybe they're them.
Yeah, no, I think they are them. I think that's what we're seeing. We're seeing these crazy optimizations that, you wouldn't really think to do, but it really does matter. Ooh, we got Bale.
Okay. Can be frosted.
Can be frosted. I think this weapon will probably do really well against him, as we can see. Bale scale down is really not too scary. And Bale's damage to Niora is not very strong there either, so he'll be okay.
Yeah, you can afford to play Bale far riskier than usual, especially in a closed-in space like this. Bale's phase transition attack doesn't really work like half the time, because the laser beams get stuck on the wall. So you really just have to worry about this last dodge. But he even missed this dodge, and it didn't matter. like when Bale lands down, it didn't even have an effect really on his health bar. So yeah,
Yeah.
Bale, one of those bosses you want to see early, or maybe if you're confident in Bale, you would rather see it late because you want your opponent to die to it or something.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Yeah, I think so far the seed has been pretty fair. Nothing too cursed so far. We got some good weapons, which is always really fun. I'm hoping that we do see... I mean, with Death's Poker being an option for late game, it kind of... I don't know if we're going to see this. But I like when we get multiple weapon options. I think auto upgrade really helps us with that because it's really fun to see these really intelligent Elden Ring players have so many weapon options and watching them swap out those weapon options per boss and just seeing, oh, why did he use this against this? Oh, that was actually a really good choice. That's, you know, seeing if they know their strengths and weaknesses and all that, I think is really fun. Again, I don't know if we'll be seeing that with something as strong as Death's Poker, which just shreds late game stuff, but I would be interested if we do see some of that.
Something really weird just happened on Neora's screen. He walked far enough away to despawn Nereus, which is a known strat, but as he crossed the threshold to despawn Nereus, a bat also despawned.
I noticed that. I thought it was like a camera bug. That
was really weird. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
No, same. I feel like maybe the bat, like, I don't know if Elden Ring does that, but maybe the bat, like, got so close to him that he wasn't in the camera anymore or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, weird.
Maybe it's a consequence of the DRL rando settings or something.
Maybe.
So we got patches. This is a non-randomized boss. Mm-hmm. According to Matt, it's just not going to happen.
Is that what he says?
It's something to do with, like, patches' unique entrance. Oh, it happened there again.
It did happen there as well, yeah. I
on
was
the dog. Okay. All right. Maybe it's just a thing that happens there when you despawn Nereus. Okay. But yeah, it's something to do with patches being like a unique type of boss that has like a unique entrance animation, entrance dialogue, and like script or something. I can't remember what it is exactly, but Matt was basically like, it's not going to happen. Yeah,
fair enough. Can't blame him. Yeah, so I wonder if Neora will spend any time... Oh, never mind. He's already there. Sorry, I was distracted by the bat on the other screen. I was gonna say if he's gonna spend time checking the patch's bell bearing. So yeah, so like that's another thing with this. You want to be smart about your shop bell bearings and also when you're gonna go to the round table for your upgrading, because you don't want to take multiple trips to the round table. It just wastes so much time. So yeah, so Neora probably did all that here. Finishes off his upgrading. I don't think he got the maxed out, but he got very close. And he might not come back to the round table again. So he got everything he needed to get done there. And yeah, maybe he would make the trip again later to max out the weapon, not sure. But for now, plus 24 is it's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, plus 24, there's not really any reason to upgrade to plus 25 or plus 10 unless you happen to be in round table for something else and you have the stone.
Yeah, we'll see.
The scaling difference between the two for most weapons is really not... It's going to be pretty negligible, especially on early game scaling. You're not really going to notice a difference. Plus 24 is going to be more than sufficient.
Yeah. We do also see the players obviously buying a lot of stone sword keys. Oh, there! I think that he just got the capstone, so we'll see.
Oh
if
yeah,
he ends
there's
up going.
there's the 10.
Yeah.
Unfortunate to get it now.
Yeah. We do see players always buying stone sword keys because obviously you need them to get into Everjails. I haven't yet seen any games where they can't get into an Everjail because of the lack of keys. When I was speaking to players before this, I was told, yeah, stone sword keys, if you see it, that's really important, whatever. But I haven't yet seen them be an issue. I guess there are just so many in the game that they always pick them up or buy them.
Maybe it's an abundance. Maybe it's also like they dictate their route based on whether they get them or not. So you don't really notice because they're not going to like go to an Everjail if they don't have the key, right?
Right. Yeah, that's
and
a good
so
point.
maybe, but that is a game sense thing, right? Being cognizant of how many you have without checking your inventory every 5 seconds.
Right.
Am I crazy? Niora kind of looked like a French Aggie, like a little bit.
He actually does look like a French Aggie a little bit. No,
Like
you're
just
not
a
crazy.
little.
Mm-hmm. If Aggie got a haircut, yeah, honestly, maybe. Thanks for pointing that out.
But also, low-key, maybe I'm just like white boy.
White boy with like dark blonde hair, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of those can be true. And by the way, this is a very close game so far. I've been keeping an eye on who is ahead. Oh, we got a Rolana Remembrance, I'm pretty sure, on the right screen there. Which is great for money, of course.
Yeah.
Let's see. So Plural did opt to come here to max out his weapon. And he drops his weapon in advance there so he can upgrade the weapon, go pick it up afterwards. And yeah, Niora has not yet done this, and I'm not sure if he will, but a plus 10 Zamro curve sword looks awesome.
It will make a very slight difference over time, right? Like, strictly speaking, Plural will do more damage. I don't think it's going to matter a ton at the beginning, but if Niora never upgrades, over the course of 90 minutes, like, it will add up.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes that just small amount of damage really makes a huge difference. Okay, that was so fast.
So this is a boss where, like, Death's Poker and Zamor Curve Sword do not excel
Yes.
on the Falling Star Beast. Like, it's still good, obviously, in its early game scaling, but because you can't, like, status this guy,
Yeah.
it's not nearly as beneficial. Or you can't status this guy with, like, the common statuses.
Alright, and there is Niora with the maxed out weapon as well. Good choice. I feel like I would have probably maxed it out as well. And just getting that done this early is fantastic for both of them.
Runark also good because you're hoping you don't die. So the buff from the Runark is good.
One other thing to point out about that is if they do get a great rune, it gets auto equipped, meaning they don't have to go to the tower to like do the whole thing, the whole song and dance. So
Nice.
That's awesome because it makes great runes way more viable in leagues. We should talk to Dom about getting that set up for his league as well because it's actually it makes a difference and I think it's way more fun that way. So yeah, if they do have a great rune, then they can get a great rune going.
I guess we would lose out on just the like activate Radahn's great rune type.
You know
square.
what? You're right. Yeah, never mind. I think that is pretty valid. Yeah, because sometimes that is actually a big advantage. But this is a very close game. I've been keeping an eye on who's ahead. It's gone back and forth slightly just due to routing differences, but I would say they are actually pretty even. They have both taken pretty different routes. We have Plural here in Kaled, doing some Kaled action, and which is going to be a little bit higher scaled. But yeah, no, they're about even on their score here.
A big boss like this that can also be frosted is obviously just going to be melted by either of these weapons.
So good.
Yeah, it's when you're set up properly for early game stuff. I mean, weapons like this go pretty crazy. I do think it's really cool that, like, you know, if you route well, in 2 hours you can kill like 80 plus bosses in the game, even when the bosses are random. Like, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know we're still pretty early into this, but this is kind of looking like they've got really good builds going already, and we already have Bale out of the pool for late game stuff. I mean, we still want to see some other really tanky bosses out of the way, but I have a feeling we might see some high scores here today.
Yeah, and this is loser's bracket, so winner advances, loser is out.
That's a good thing to point out. Yeah, this is someone's last game in the DRL. Ooh, we got.
And if you lose in the DRL, you lose in real life.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to be dying here. Okay, so
playing a bit risky on Horaloo, but it's fine. We're fine.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
We have Plural here at the Dragon Barrow Shack, which does have a nighttime enemy spawn there that he is not seeming to opt for. Was that the Dragon Barrow Shack? Did I miss see that? It was, yeah.
He did go to the Dragon Bearer shack, yeah.
Yeah, so I was actually going to say, is he going to opt to fight? Usually we have that Knight Bell-Bearing Hunter there who is very notoriously extremely tanky. A long fight. So I actually get a little excited when they go there to fight a boss there because it can be very scary and very slow, but it oftentimes pays off just for runes, for levels. But he did not opt to go there then, which is totally fair.
ADM here on the Knight's Cav slot for Neora.
Nice.
Over pretty quick. And Plural is heading into Margit, which we know is a Tree Sentinel. That'll go down incredibly quickly. At +10, this thing is going to get absolutely obliterated.
Oh, we got a Radahn's Great Rune on Neora's side. Do you know what Radahn's Great Rune is?
There were 2 Great Runes there, I think.
Actually,
which
no,
is kind
it's
of crazy.
You get dropped the real one, and then you get dropped the consumable one.
I see.
Yeah.
Radahn's Great Rune is a buff to some stats. Chris always says, what does he always? He's like, it's better in late game than Godric.
Okay.
Radahn's Great Rune raises maximum HP, FP, and stamina, so very similar to Godric's.
Radahn is
increases
the best
HP, stamina, and FP by 15%.
This
rune
really
is usually a better option than Godric's rune once you have reached stat soft caps. Okay, so Chris was not lying. Awesome.
Yeah, that's a really fantastic one to have. I bet we'll see him. I think you equip it at the Grace, because he did.
Yeah, so I guess it's just taking the like when you think you might level, you may as well.
Yeah. He absolutely just shredded Fortisax, by the way. I hate Fortisax as a fight. If that fight takes long, it is a horrifying fight, in my opinion. I hate doing it, especially in a small room. But no, these weapons make absolute light work of literally everyone. But we are seeing, so here's where the different paths and the points kind of get a little interesting, because though Neora is ahead by 2, Plural did take some time to go make some Caelid progress and grab some Graces in Caelid and fight some Caelid bosses, which he did spend some time doing that. So his score does look lower right now. It doesn't mean that he's actually behind. He just has some more setup, and later on we'll see those scores kind of converge again. Both very valid ways of playing. Try either like getting the early bosses out of the way or kind of making some progress, or kind of like bingo, right? Getting some other more difficult things out of the way, some setup done. Oh my god, are we gonna absolutely shred Radahn as well? I did not know if Zamor's weapon was this good. I'm kind of shocked.
Dude, I mean, obviously it is partially being buffed by the fact that it's +10 in early game scaling right now.
I mean, sure, yeah.
But it is really good. Even if the enemy is immune to being frostbitten, it still does damage. Like, it's still going to do flat damage like every 1/4 of a second or whatever, as long as they're standing inside the tornado. Right. It's quite good.
Yeah, that's insane. I need to actually remember that.
It's fun to use also. I mean, again, it's the same moveset as BHF, basically. So, like, if you already like Bloodhound's Fang, which I know you do, then I think you'll find the weapon quite easy to use.
Yeah. It doesn't bleed, right? It'll just frost?
Correct. It doesn't bleed.
Yeah, I mean, frost's still really great.
Yeah.
Okay. So, chat, something that you'll see in the DRL if you're not...
Okay, Plural needs to not get hit by this grab.
My god, did he?
He might be dead, bro.
Oh my god. What? Oh my god, so that was really greedy. I actually didn't stop to point that out because I did not think that he was actually going to greed that there. I don't know if he got a stagger or what happened. I don't know how.
So he got hit by the Earthshaker attack.
Yeah.
First. And then he was super low health, tanked into a grab to try to get the Ash of War, and then tanked into a second grab trying to roll it at the last second, but missed the roll timing. This is the first attack he got hit by, and he was just standing in it. That was, I'm going to say it, really greedy. But it might have just been I'm sure I can tank through this like that. Like, I think that Horaloo fight at this scaling goes like that just did, probably 80 to 90% of the time. But, I mean, he's still a scary boss, and those grabs do so much. And now, Plural is locked at 13. Obviously, Niora doesn't know that, right? Niora is still under the impression that it's a tight race. And if Plural, if Niora dies, it is a tight race.
Yeah.
But Niora now at such a huge advantage.
Yeah. Yeah, that was crazy. What I was going to say during that fight as we saw him being greedy is that you actually see DRL players, oh my god, don't die again, Plural. That magic is really annoying there. You see DRL, this is like the way DRL players tend to play. You are greedy, you're tanking a lot. That's just how the meta is, because you don't want, it's not, I mean, while it is deathless, it's not hitless, right? It's deathless and it's a race, it's fast. So what you want to be doing is you want to have a lot of defense, you want to have a lot of health, you want to be able to be greedy and be able to tank everything you can, just so that you can be trading every single hit. That's how the meta is in this. And that's why I wasn't actually that concerned when it looked like Plural was going to die. I was like, no, this is just how it always goes. He's not going to tank. He's not going to greed the last one too. It ended up happening. He played a little bit too risky there, unfortunately for him.
I'm not really one to talk. I also greed in situations like that. So like,
Yeah.
I do get it.
Yeah.
To be fair. And also this is a high stakes, high intensity situation.
Yeah.
So, misplays do happen. I think the interesting thing, right, is like, it's one thing to tank. It's another thing to tank while you're using something like Zamor Ice Storm, which leaves you completely immobile for like a full half or full second. So like, it is really risky to face tank when going for something like Death's Poker Ashavor or Zamor Curve Sword Ashavor, because you're so vulnerable.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
on a lower scaling, if it's on a boss like Horalu, once you get one of them off and it's frostbitten, maybe it's best to just melee.
Yeah, I agree, but also I don't know. We're
also not in the top 16,
yeah.
top 8 of DRL, so like, what do we know?
Yeah. So I don't know. I think sometimes maybe I don't know. Maybe he just like tried to roll and he was just like stunned and couldn't, or something. I didn't actually.
I think
see
the roll
exactly.
timing on the last grab was a little unfortunate.
Yeah.
But it was also a weird situation.
Yeah. Well, like Adef mentioned, or I mentioned, someone mentioned it earlier. Plural is not out of this again. If I've seen some people complain about the way the rules are, but if the game ended when someone died, it would just be over now, and that's not really much of a league to watch. So the way Forza made the rules is the way the game will keep going is Plural's going to keep playing as usual, and Plural is basically just hoping that Niora is going to die once or more than once, and he will get back into the game that way. Because Plural has no idea. They're not reading chats. They don't know. They just have to keep playing their best. Mentally a little bit difficult to do that. I recognize that, but that's all they can really do here.
Yeah, there's definitely trade-offs to doing it both ways, Like, I think the stream value is massively lessened if when you die it's just over. Because, the match would last 30 minutes.
Yeah.
As a competitor, I think it would make sense if, like, okay, I died at 13, you just have to get more than 13 and you win without dying. That also makes sense to me.
Yeah.
And is maybe more synchronous with how the qualifier round works. But I don't know, man. Forza is a content god, so I trust him.
Yeah, both are valid options, and that's just how it is here. And I think it's fun. I think it's cool. And it kind of adds another aspect to this league, which is how risky... I mean, not how it adds the whole like mental thing, right? And like, and also at the end of the day, the players signed up to play a whole game, and that's what they're gonna do, and they deserve to show off
also,
what they
guys,
can do and all that.
Don't forget, Neora's stream is sponsored by HelloFresh. Okay, guys, don't forget to scan that QR code, smash that order button.
Yeah, no, I think he'll appreciate that one. That shout out there. That was the format in season 1. Matches ended very fast in some cases. Yeah, so, I mean,
yeah, switch it up for season 2 makes sense.
100%. It's an interesting way to do things. I think it's cool. We do have here a Ghost Flame Dragon. I don't think this weapon will be very good. I mean, obviously it's still going to be good because it's a strong weapon in a low scaled area, but it's obviously not going to be as good against Ghost Flame as some of the other bosses that we've seen.
A big, like, in my opinion, underappreciated Elden Ring randomizer skill is knowing how long bosses are staggered for, because every boss is staggered for like a different amount of time.
Yeah.
So like knowing that you can go for a lot of hits on dragons, whereas like comparatively, you know, on say Radon, you get very few.
Right.
Is like a big knowledge check that I think beginner players sort of discount. Because when you knock an enemy over, it's not just about the riposte. They take bonus damage while they're down, period. So you want to get as many hits in as you can before taking the riposte. It's also just free damage. But it's free so long as you know. And so I think seeing players like this who do know. Ooh, Alabaster Lord Sword. Okay, Alabaster Lord Sword showing up there in the shop. That is one of the best weapons in the game. No status, but incredibly goated for late game scaling.
Yeah. Yeah, we got some really great weapons here today.
Yeah, you gotta be happy when you see the Alabaster Lord Sword come out.
Yeah, 100%. I mean,
That's so risky, but I respect it.
Yeah, no, that was good. He wasn't even... Look at his heart rate. He's not even concerned for a second. I like this heart
Bro,
rate.
he's
thing.
at
I'm gonna get this on my
117.
screen. Yeah.
That's not insignificant. That's... I mean, he's still quite
Well,
nervous, I think.
His resting before the match was like 120, 122.
I know, but like, don't you want your resting to land like... I don't know. Look, I don't know this guy, but he looks fit. Maybe we want our resting to be more in the 80 range.
Okay, no,
you know?
We were talking about this last time, me and Aggie as well. Oh my gosh, that Esger fight was fast. During streams, like when even if you're not nervous, your heart rate's gonna be higher. So like if my resting off stream is like between 60 to 80, it's on stream, it's like, depends on what I'm doing. It could be resting at 100, you know?
Sure. I guess I just never get nervous. My resting heart rate is like 25. Doctors have called me a corpse.
Wow. Do you swim or something?
So,
That's crazy.
Yeah. No, I sit in a sensory deprivation chamber every day for 8 hours a day.
That'll do it. Yeah, I don't know if you heard, but I'm playing in the new bingo league, so I'm gonna have this on my screen. I think it'll get to like 160 quite often, so that'll be terrifying.
Wait, what do you mean the new bingo league?
Well, the current bingo league.
Wait, you're playing in Bingo Brawlers?
Yeah, officially today.
Wait.
Yeah.
Are you doing a bit right now?
No, I'm not doing a bit.
Wait, what team are you playing for? Are
Serbia.
you playing for Canada?
No, for Serbia.
For Serbia?
Yeah.
Wait, who's the other Serbian?
One of the refs, Gray.
Are you guys gonna talk in Serbian? You have to talk in Serbian while you play.
Well, it's not a team thing. It's not like you don't play at the same time.
Oh, you should still talk in Serbian while you play.
Yeah, no, I'll take the bit all the way.
I didn't know this. Wait, I didn't know Serbia was being added.
Yeah.
This is huge. This is like the most important thing Serbia has done since World War I. This is huge.
Yeah, well, that's why I came out of retirement. I was like, I wouldn't do it for Canada, but I'll do it for Serbia.
But you'll do it for Serbia? Fair enough.
Yeah. I'm really nervous. I haven't played base games since season 1.
Yeah, I basically... Dom asked me if I wanted to play in this preseason thing to represent America. And I said no because I didn't want to learn base game again.
Yeah, no, same. There's like a million things that I need to do. But I have about 2 months, so I think I'm...
Oh, you got plenty of time.
Out.
And also
yeah.
Aggie has been practicing a lot, so I feel like you have a good teacher.
Yeah, well, anyway, not to make this about bingo and me, but I'm going to have my heart rate on screen, and it's going to be horrifying. Well,
bingo is, dude, fuck, man. Yeah. When I'm tilted in bingo, my heart rate's probably like 150.
1,000,000%, maybe even higher. Like, it would get crazy. If you're, like, racing for a square, my heart rate easily 160.
In the finals, Chris and I played in the finals for the first time last season. I was so nervous, dude, but then we got smoked and I wasn't nervous at all.
Yeah, no, understandable.
Anyway, we've got Garu here for plural. Easy pickings in the Miranda cave here. And it looks like, yeah, we've got, I mean, a sort of a thing we haven't talked about is that dying doesn't just lock you. It also, I mean, you lose time. right?
Yeah.
These players are so optimized at this point in the season. They're
Yeah.
so used to like playing so quickly. If you die to a boss, especially something like Horlu, like I mean, you're losing at least 30 to 40 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Um. So no, you're right. I guess to be fair, he didn't like super respawn anywhere far, but sometimes it can
Yeah.
be a huge nuisance when you die. On the topic of that, by the way, chat, just so you guys know, for quality of life, there's no quit outs. Obviously, in most randomizer leagues, there are no quit outs because that kind of like cancels out the randomizer part sometimes. And especially because this is Deathless, like they don't want you quitting out, or like if you're falling or something, they don't want you quitting out to cancel the gravity damage. However, you can Memory of Grace out of something, which is a fair trade-off because Memory of Grace is obviously going to waste you time and it's also going to lose your money. So if you enter a boss arena and you're like, I can't do this right now, I don't really want to risk dying, you can Memory of Grace out. That is fair, but you cannot quit out.
Another reason quit out bad for something like this is that they're using in-game time, like we've talked about, and quit outs are very good for saving in-game time, but they're also so boring.
Yeah, they're boring.
Watching people quit out at every door is so lame. I know Aggie and I both share this sentiment that Elden Ring speedrunning would be way more interesting if players weren't allowed to quit out at every door and elevator in the game.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But, you know.
We got Edward. We're getting all these knights here out of the way. That's nice. Nice and easy fights. We haven't really seen anyone proper scary yet other than Bale. Yeah, we haven't seen Consort Radon. We haven't seen any Millennias. We haven't seen Plassey. Valiant Gargs. All these could be very easy fights if we see them early, but if we do see them at Dragon Bear or something like that, it can be a little tricky. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Kamba in the chat. If you don't see these bosses early, you're going to be seeing them later, which is quite terrifying because you'll see them at Dragon Barrel or you'll see them at Altis, which is obviously going to be later scaled. So they're going to be a lot harder and tankier and doing more damage to you. So you kind of want to get them out of the way the same way we just saw Bale and now he's just out and we don't have to worry about him being super strong later. So yeah, so it is a little scary.
I will say something that I've noticed is that I think Niora is picking up more stray items maybe than Plural. And that, while losing some time, if they're on the Golden Path anyway, you might wind up picking up some nice talismans and stuff. And a moment ago, Niora in a cave, I think, or maybe just outside a cave, picked up the Claw Talisman, which depending on your weapon can be exceptionally good. Not super good for this particular weapon, but if he pivots at some point, the Claw Talisman, which increases your jump attacks by, I think, 20% or 10% damage or something, could be quite nice.
Yeah, I mean, on that note, what we tend to see in DRL, if you get the weapons for it, which is obviously not what we're really working with right now, but a typical meta in DRL is you want to get a big bonk weapon and jump. I mean, you want to get two and double stance it, power stance it, but if you even get one, you'll see a lot of jump attacks because that's really good for just being fast, for being able to trade really well, micro stagger enemies really well. So those talismans are usually like, okay, yeah, this is crucial. We're not really seeing a lot of jump attacks here. Maybe we'll see some swapping as we see. There it is, actually. As I'm speaking, he did just swap to a hammer and jump attacked. So that would really help out for those. In addition to that, maybe the DLC bird armor. That would also help for jump attacks. We like to see those. But again, that's not really the meta that they're currently using, so it's not absolutely vital. But we do like to see some of those really good talismans.
So the Smith Script Great Hammer there was a smart swap that does faith damage, which the dragon is weak to. Might have been smarter to swap to it earlier, maybe just didn't think of it, because that fight was about 30 seconds slower than Niora's fight on that same boss. And I think it really came down to the fact that Plural missed the riposte in Phase 1, and getting Phase 2 on that Ghost Flame is really annoying because that's the spawner, which is unfortunate. We're also seeing two very different methods of fighting Nile here. This is another fight where Plural is losing easily 30 seconds. Niora's was so fast. And it was just Zamor Curve Sword all the way.
Ooh,
oh my god.
Gotta be careful. Okay. Yeah. Nior's fight was much quicker on that. That was very spooky.
I mean, that's like a minute lost in weeping alone just now. Now he's going to see the alabaster sword. Takes it. Smart. Some raw meat dumplings, not a bad idea to have. Okay, so we've got some levels, and we've got the Great Rune online over here for Niora. Niora's got to be feeling pretty good about his pace right now, I feel like.
Yeah, I agree. We haven't really seen any mistakes on his end.
And the second half of DRL matches is always more bosses than the first half, because the first half is like more setup, more travel time.
Yeah.
So like, yes, we're only at 27 bosses in the first, 35, 45 minutes. But I do think that it will accelerate.
I am starting to think about the Altus Axis here. Obviously, we still have stuff to do before we want to go to Altus. Like, it's not really that scary yet. But we are still missing the other half of the Deathless Medallion and also the access to... Yeah, none of them went there yet. The access to the Deathless, the Bellum Highway place. And... Ooh, speaking of which, here's that tanky bell-bearing hunter I was telling you guys about. This might be scary,
and it's
however.
A Deathrite bird.
The weapon should be good against Deathrite bird though, yeah. A faith
the
hammer?
the Smith script hammer would be quite nice, yeah.
Yeah,
let's changing see how it to goes. Maybe holy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so he's extra buffing it with sacred.
Yeah, that looks okay.
His faith level won't be very high, but the damage will still be decent. Also, the poise damage is good, and this is a boss you really want to stagger.
Nice.
Any charge R2 you can get here is huge. Yeah. What'd you say, Parky? Sorry.
The damage is like alright. It's definitely bearable.
Missing the riposte. Throwing the fan dagger though, really great. You always want to do that on tanky bosses like this. If you have a moment to step away where you have to get out of a big AoE or something, throwing a fan dagger or a throwing dagger or a kukri is really great because you can keep up that poise damage so you don't lose out.
And then meanwhile, the great fight, that was a really great fight.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, on Niora's side, he did just fight Borealis. Nice that he got Borealis in this open area and not somewhere more scary. Also did pick up that item behind him, which was not anything important other than I think it was maybe the remembrance of Radon. It was someone's remembrance for money.
I think Niora got the remembrance for the Mother of Fingers.
Okay, yeah.
For Metter, which is like 30 or 40 grand.
Oh, maybe if it only drops from bosses, then maybe it was the boss drop. I don't know, but it did drop around when he killed that boss.
It was a moment ago, yeah. So currently we're 27 to 29, nearing the halfway mark. Of course, Plural is locked at 13, but that could all shift if Niora makes a big mistake. And Plural could be right back in this thing.
Yeah, so Plural is still playing as he would even if he didn't die. And he's doing a great job, I think.
Yeah, I think, it's hard to get yourself back in the zone after something like that happens, but I think Plural has done a good job at recentering themselves. I mean, surely, they've seen or have participated in matches where their opponent died, or they died or whatever. Like, it's never over till it's over,
Yeah, 1,000,000%. I mean, we've seen that for sure. Like Niora could die twice at something, which, I mean, you might say that's never gonna happen. It's happened. I hate to break it to you. Stuff like that does happen. So not that I'm wishing that upon either of these players, but it is definitely not over till it's over. So
I'm wishing it on these players. I want to see something fun. I want to see a competitive match.
That's crazy. This is a competitive match.
I'm commentators cursing intentionally in real time. I want to see these players going toe to toe again, but it is still quite close. I mean, 28 to 30, really, really good.
I do wonder how someone like me or you would do in something like if we just jumped into it. Like,
bad.
What score would we get?
I think I think the big difference. I'd like to think my boss kills would be similarly fast, but the big difference would be routing. I would get absolutely clobbered by just not having practiced the lines that these guys have, I feel like I would land somewhere in the 50s.
Yeah. That sounds reasonable. Yeah, these guys be warping. Like, they know exactly where they should be all the time.
That's a big thing in bingo as well. Chris and I talked about this a lot last season. You should be thinking about what you're going to do next while you're doing the thing you're doing right now.
Yeah.
Because any second you spend on the map, like, oh, wait, what do I want to do?
Yeah.
You're just losing time. So you should be saying, like, okay, I'm fighting this boss. I will warp here next. So when you get there, the decision is immediate.
Yeah, I agree. That's something that I had to learn between my 2 seasons a lot, and I do think I learned that better. But it's something. It can be difficult when there's a million objectives to look at. Yeah.
It's hard because you're also at the same time as you're trying to think of what to do next.
Ooh,
oh my god. You're also thinking,
scary.
What is my opponent doing next?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm always thinking, like, okay, this is what I'm going to do next, and then if that gets sniped, here's what I'll do instead. And maybe I should stop thinking like that because it overwhelms me, but it is important to have a couple things on your mind.
I think at least at the beginning, it's probably good to just be like, all right, here's what I'm going to do. This is a square I'm good at, and it's decently fast.
Ooh,
yeah, so that was pretty spooky.
That was pretty spooky. This skip has taken some lives, and I know that the skip isn't why he was low health there. It was because he got hit in the back before the skip. But
nice rolls.
Yeah, that was crazy rolls.
He also like face tanked one of those attacks by just healing through it.
Yeah, he did. It
Waves
seems like
darkness.
Plural has maybe started to play a little riskier after his death, which I mean is valid to do. You know, you've died and now you're like, okay, I've wasted some time. If I'm gonna catch up here, I need to have a lot of boss counts at this point.
Yeah.
But I feel like he is playing a little bit riskier than he had started.
I agree.
Yeah, I've seen someone die there just because they didn't remember. You know when you do a skip and like you don't do the extra torrent jump to make sure he's on stable ground? Like
no, my god.
Yeah.
My worst. I hate
torrent
that
be
shit.
throwing. Torrent be throwing.
Miyazaki, fix your damn game, bro. Fall damage do not be working.
Yeah, no, I'm not really into it, and the tier LA skip is probably gonna be killer, but hey.
I'll teach you I'll teach you the goated new fast way that's easier.
Okay.
It's like it's faster and in my opinion easier.
Really?
You do sometimes, no matter what version of TLA skip you do sometimes just die.
Yeah.
And I asked Mitch why, and he said that the speedrunning community genuinely doesn't know, and you just have to accept the fact that you will just die sometimes.
Okay, nice. Yeah, that's the best.
But, you know, you control what you can control.
Right, for sure.
I'd say I die maybe 5% of the time.
Yeah. I feel like from what I used to do, like, if I do those extra torrent jumps, like, it's usually fine. But, I don't know. Ooh, we got
I'm
Gideon.
telling you, this goated fast way, you don't even have to worry about doing it
Yeah.
slow. Okay, Gideon here.
Yeah, I mean, this is so strong against him. And it's pushing him back and just giving him extra time to set up the L2 again. So good.
Yeah, it's the fact that explosion comes out after the roll. So,
yeah.
like, Gideon rolls the Ashavor animation read, and then by the time the roll is ending, the explosion comes out. Super good. Okay, and now Plural is back. Or no, I thought Plural was warping to the Dragon Barrow Shack, but that was the Deathrite bird he did earlier. Ignore me.
Correct.
Oh, okay. Neora a bit low here on Garank. Okay. Fine. We're fine. Everything's
It is
fine.
fun seeing the heart rate. I was going to say, oh, he looks really calm. I don't think he was worried for a second, but the heart rate did spike up. Maybe he was worried for a second.
Oh, it's spiking. It's like there's like we could graph the correlation between his health value and his IRL heart rate. Like when his health value goes below half, his heart rate spikes.
Yeah. It's fun to watch. I think we should all be doing that.
I don't want people to know my heart rate.
Yeah.
I feel like
It
I'd be
is
stressed.
It is stress. Sometimes I'll have my heart rate on screen and I'll take a break. I'll go downstairs, and as I'm going on the stairs, my heart rate like spikes to 130, and it looks like I'm just the least fit person of all time.
There's an OOT bingo streamer, a friend of mine, runner guy, who uses a heart rate monitor he has for years. And he's a long distance runner. He runs marathons. So his resting heart rate is like 58 or like
Okay.
60 or something. So most of the time it's super low. But occasionally he keeps it on when he, like goes to get water or coffee or something. And you just see it spike to like 100 as he goes down the stairs.
Yeah, it'd be like that, but I guess that's not something that you'd expect, and then it just looks horrible.
He also will do this thing though where like if you ask him to spike it, he'll just run in place for a second and it like it's kind of amazing. The human heart be doing stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, rotated too far. Okay, rotated too far on that. That is an attack you can strafe on Margit, but that was a little far.
Ooh, just missing with that L2. Okay, we do have
It's gonna
Plural
be
heading
kind of
into...
hard to trap him there.
Yeah, and the thing, yeah, Margit be jumping for sure. But yeah, we have Plural going Dragon Barrow. I don't know if I would say this is early Dragon Barrow. This is definitely like, I mean, earlier than late game for sure. But I've seen players definitely go a little bit earlier even. That being said, this weapon is so strong against these guys. It's still absolutely shredding. And I will see who's next.
The Goldhorn Tender. Okay. Sorry to interrupt you, Parky.
I was just saying, like, Dragon Barrow early can be really scary, but it absolutely can pay off. And it does make a difference sometimes, the levels you can get from these. And the other thing is, it might take a while longer to get these bosses dead. However, you know, it's like one of those artificial, like the score is an artificial lead from the other guy because he just hasn't done these tankier bosses yet, and you have, you know. So when they catch up later, and you're already ahead on levels and all that, then it does make a difference. So we'll see if it's gonna seem to matter here. Adef, what were you saying?
So, Plural popped a Goldhorn Tender, which is really smart. It's like 1.4x rune acquisition. The only problem is he now, to capitalize on that, because it lasts for like, I think it's 2 or 3 minutes. These Dragon Barrow bosses give so many runes. This is not the boss you want to see with your Goldhorn Tender popped. Your ideal situation here. That is so risky to go for on Morgoth.
That's really scary, yeah.
You want to clear these bosses as fast as you can to get as many runes as possible. Because I think this gives 100,000 base runes. The one he just fought gives 70 or 80. So, like, with the Goldhorn Tender, you're getting, like, 120,000 runes per boss, which is crazy. Okay, actually pretty decent damage on the phase transition.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you just melee it from here. Don't get fancy.
Nice. And there's the stagger. Nice kill, nice kill. Yeah, that looked almost scary for a second there, but no, it was chill.
Yeah, check this out. This is going to be like plus 120 or 140k or something.
500k?
Oh, I didn't... Okay, the runes are based on the boss, not based on the location.
Correct. I think it might be a mix of both. But yeah, the bosses do affect how much money. So yeah, he just got 500k that he can use to leveling up his build, making himself stronger, that now Niora does not have that advantage, and also gets decked as half, which it's about time that, maybe not quite yet, but players can start going to Altis about now. And Plural does not have that decked as half yet. I imagine excuse me, I imagine that he will go to Dragon Barrow and get some stuff out of the way before he commits to the Precipice, which is the other way to get to Altis. But Precipice is not really something that players prefer to do because it takes forever in comparison to getting the decked as halves, and it also is very dangerous because there's a lot of randomized enemies there that can kill you. There's a lot of potential gravity deaths that can get you. So it's not really preferred. We will see if Plural ends up going there. I mean, Niora ends up going here. Oop. Oh, Plural, please.
Oh. Heal, heal, heal.
Nice.
Good. This is a boss that, in theory, should be easy, but if it gets out of hand, it gets out of hand fast. And these tap R2s from the Alabaster Lord Sword go absolutely nutty mode.
So good. Yeah, see, I like that seeing them switch the weapons. I think that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and we have both Deathless halves, which is really good. We've got 600k runes to play with. Oh, I hate
so
this
much
jump.
money. Yeah, that doesn't look great.
600k is nuts, dude.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
like
see,
that's like Midra runes.
yeah, that's the thing with Dragon Barrel, right? If you get a higher scaled enemy, and obviously you're gonna get a lot of money there anyway, and you're just kind of set up. Wait, where's Plural going?
Is he going DLC?
No, yeah,
oh, smart.
that's what I saw too. Is there a warp here?
So I guess if you go enter base game at the Grace, it takes you to the place where you enter base game usually. And so he's doing that to get Soldier of Godric, I guess.
Yeah. Wow, I didn't know.
This feels like a huge time investment. Wow, if they'd have come through this cave early game, they would have probably just died to that blue orb. Is Soldier of Godric really that good for DRL? I mean, it's kind of fast, but this cave is like a solid minute and a half.
I mean, they're always going to get Soldier of Godric. It just depends on when. And so maybe Plural is... I mean, what else does Plural have to do before he heads to Altus? He's got most of Kalit and Dragon Barrow. Well, I guess he's still got some Dragon Barrow to do. But yeah, I mean, maybe he's just trying to finish off stuff here. I mean, I don't know. Now that I think about it, he does have some Liurnia and Limgrave stuff to do. I don't know. I mean, they will do Soldier of Godric at least at some point, so maybe he just wants to get out of the way now. But yeah, it's an easy one.
Oh, this is an annoying duo.
Yeah, but he'll be fine. Look at that.
Oh, but yes, I mean, it's the lowest scaled boss in the game.
Yeah.
Parky, I'm gonna step away for 2 seconds.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. All right. He's headed to Murkwater. So yeah, they do have this list here, which is fair. Everyone has it. It's just part of the randomizer mod setup thing. It just helps you keep track of what bosses you've done, what bosses you have left, and it's auto attached to your game. So it's actually really cool. Shout out to Forza for making all that. Alright, Niora is now at that Deathrite Bird in Dragon Barrow. As I mentioned before, this guy can be a little tanky, which we saw on Plural's screen. They'll be fine, but yeah, it's a little bit of a tankier guy. The seed is the same, absolutely, yeah. Alright, and here's the Bale fight. I think this will be super easy. Yeah. Oh my god, look at that damage. Oh my god, look at that damage. Yo, that's that Dragon Barrow money coming in handy. That's crazy. Huge. Yeah, what Plural's plan is, I think, going really well for him. I mean, so is Niora's, obviously. And Niora's ahead by 2, which, again, I think it's a little bit of an artificial lead. Maybe he's still in the lead due to Plural's death and wasting time there, but Plural did have some time. I don't want to say wasted time, but he did spend a little extra time in Dragon Barrow killing those bosses that were a little bit tankier, which is why Niora's probably ahead here. But once Niora goes into Dragon Barrow and fights those slower bosses, it'll probably even out a little bit. I'm also a little I'm curious when Niora is going to grab that second Deathless medallion. Again, it's not really crucial at this point. They still have stuff to do before they get into Altus. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be important for Niora to find it. Yeah, the 160. That's what I'm saying, guys. Like, I feel like the heart rate thing, it gets crazy. As someone who's had my heart rate on screen for things like this, it honestly gets really crazy. Like, I feel like you tell someone my heart rate gets to 160 when I'm playing Elden Ring, it sounds insane. But no, it's super real. Yeah, I think I had my highest heart rate during Coliseum 3 in Hollow Knight. Back when I wasn't a gamer. Plural gets the Crucible Knight grab here. He's fine. He kind of was like, meh, whatever. I respect that. Sometimes you get grabbed and you're like, bruh.
Oh!
Yeah,
Teluria and the
really
Nox
scary.
Monk are...
Oh! Okay,
Nice
he's good.
roll.
That is a little scary.
Still going for the Ash of War. I really just think that is so risky.
Oh, girl. This is looking a little scary. He's out of heals. He does have a Blessing America. Uses that here. Oh, God.
I think in these duo fights, like, yes, you want to do something
Ooh.
like the Ash of War because you might tag both of them at the same time.
Yeah.
But if you're in a sticky situation, it's just so risky to leave yourself vulnerable in an animation for like 2 full seconds.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That was so risky.
Yeah, but he's got it. And again, like, I mean, I feel like we would do the same in his position where he's already died once and he's like, if I'm going to win this,
Yeah,
I need to get some stuff going here.
It's a great point.
Yeah, Coliseum 3. Yeah. No, Pantheon 5 wasn't as high because Call of 3 was a few years ago, back before I had done more hardcore gamer things. So, like, Coliseum 3 was just, like, the hardest thing I've ever done. We were just talking about our highest heart rate spikes. I mean, if you don't track yours, you wouldn't know, but do you have any guesses at what it would be?
In my life?
Like, during streaming, like, gaming streaming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in your life. When I ran that crazy marathon, probably.
When I asked Arlie to be my girlfriend, probably.
Yeah, fair.
No, I think my highest heart rate on stream for sure, no questions asked, was back in 2019. I was grinding Mega Man 1 any percent speedruns, which is, for those who don't know the game, I've been speedrunning the longest. I've been speedrunning it since 2012. And in 2019, I went through a pretty nasty breakup, and I also didn't have a job. So that summer, in between semesters of college, I dedicated myself to grinding that game like 8 hours a day to try to get under 19 minutes, which is like the world-class level time. Under 19 minutes, like 5x is like, okay, you're fucking legit.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need to prove something to myself. So I grinded constantly. There were a lot of heartbreakers, but the run where I finally got the 1854, my heart rate might have been 180. Like,
Yeah.
I was so nervous. I've gone back and watched the PB, and in the last 2 stages, I'm literally just muttering myself to stay calm. Like, I'm literally like, okay, don't fuck this up. Don't fuck this up.
Yeah.
My heart rate was crazy, dude.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
Like,
for
unhealthy.
real.
Like, your fingers get, like, numb.
Yeah, we were saying mine got to 186 in my highest.
Oh, wait, what were you doing?
Hollow Knight Coliseum 3. But, like...
Dude, yes. Respect.
No, but if I did that right now, I would maybe even first try it, you know? But, like, back then, that was
it mattered
before...
to you at the time.
Yeah, back then that was, like, the hardest gaming challenge I've ever done. I wasn't a speedrunner. I didn't, you know... Actually, maybe... I don't remember if I speedrun at that point. But, like, it was before all these hardcore things, like, you know... So, that was crazy for me. And 186 is crazy. And I'm fit, by the way. I'm, like, super fit. And 186 is pretty crazy.
Super
We got a Sanisax here, by the way.
I mean, I definitely would die a million times if I tried to do Pantheon 3 right now.
No, it wasn't Pantheon. It was Coliseum. It was like that little boss rush thing.
Sorry.
Yeah. Anyway, while we've been talking about other things, I've been trying to note if anything interesting happened in the game so that we could remember to come back to it. Nothing really, except Plural did a really kind of spooky Tree Sentinel fight. Which, Tree Sentinel, I mean, it's one of those where you're like, okay, I'm just going to strafe, this guy's easy, whatever. And Plural obviously felt like that as well, and he was probably knew he'd be fine, but he was very close to death, and it was a little scary. We do have also a Consort Radon here, phase 1 on Neora's side. Fantastic damage. Oh my god.
knowing when to go for that Ash of War is crazy. How did he not get tagged? That's
Insane.
crazy not getting hit by that move. What?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's just game knowledge right there, baby. Heart rate spike just from fighting Consort.
Understandable.
Yeah, on stage, you know what? Fighting PCR on stage at GDQ or Fast 52 against Domo is probably up there for my highest heart rates.
Yeah. Oh my god, I bet, yeah. Alright, so Plural here is finishing cleaning up Kaled. Meanwhile, Niora still hasn't found the other deck to have. Again, not like it really matters in this exact moment, but it would be nice to get that, of course. You kind of need it. I imagine he will get that boss eventually, but he just doesn't know he has access to that quite yet right now. Okay, nice Garonk fight. Nice and easy.
Yeah,
the
that
thing
was
with, like,
really fast.
these insane AoE L2 moves on these weapons that we've been seeing, it's just like, like you don't even see the fight. It's just like,
yeah,
use it, done, move on. It's really cool seeing how the combat and the metas in Deathless Rando League is very different from stuff that me and you are more used to, like in Bingo and all that.
Mm-hmm.
The way you play is just so different. Oh my god, look, that's so good. This fight a lot faster than the way Plurals was. Plurals was a little spooky.
Dude, I'm telling you, Zamor Curve Sword low-key may be more goated in a lot of situations than Death's Poker.
Yeah. I wouldn't have guessed. Nice. Yeah, that was a really smart tank. Do you guys see that? See, this is the cool thing about DRL because, again, tanking is kind of the meta a lot. Niora knew he was gonna get hit by that like lunge attack thing, and the dive. And before he got hit, he'd set up the tornado, got hit, the tornado hit him, hit the enemy. Just one hit to finish it off. That was incredibly smart skill and knowledge and strat there. Super cool seeing these gamers game.
We're looking at 140 plus heart rate from Niora right now.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder why.
He is headed
Why
to
the sudden
Dragon
spike?
Barrow. Dragon Barrow's a little
Oh, maybe
spooky.
just nervous?
Who knows,
Okay.
but Dragon Barrow can be a game killer.
Much cleaner Margit fights
Yeah.
from Plural. I wonder if Niora will also pop the Goldhorn Tender. Dual wielding, okay.
Nice. Ooh,
Does
that
he
would've
have
been
the
a
Claw
nice
Talisman on?
stagger.
If so, this damage will go crazy.
Wow, that was so good. Oh my god.
I mean, this is another thing, right? Just a skill check in general of like,
Yeah.
okay, do you know what weapons synchronize well? Do you know what the damage levels are? Like, is this better than the thing you've been using? Okay, he does have Claw Talisman on. He also has Dagger Talisman and the Winged Sword Insignia. So, okay, yeah. So this is a pretty good power stance build right now. He does have sort of Milos, which could be interesting for some late scaling, but probably when you're this strong, it's not super important.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Thanks.
He's also not... I think he did buy a gold pickled Foulfoot or something from Patches. Or somebody, maybe. I might be misremembering. But if he does have it, he's not using it. Which I think is fair. Like, the extra runes probably don't matter that much at this point. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be better to use, but maybe he's just not thinking about it right now.
Yeah, just trying to go fast.
Yeah.
Okay, this is quite clean, more standard Morgoth fight right now.
The heart rate on this is actually based. I usually only put my heart rate on horror games, but I gotta get it on these competitions too. It's super interesting to watch.
Oh, you
I
gotta
like
put it on for bingo.
Yeah, for sure. Everyone's gonna think I'm ill.
But Parky, you just said you were, quote, super fit.
Well, I said I was fit because my heart rate gets to 186 during gaming. Gaming gets my heart rate higher than running a 10K, man.
Low key.
The high key, I'm not even ashamed to say it. Gaming is really spooky.
Okay, this is definitely slower than Plural's fight. It's less scary,
Yeah, yeah.
but it is absolutely slower. Ooh, he's got Freezing Mist.
And
Nice
here's
frost
the
proc.
kill. Okay, nice. Yo, the Borealis. Oh my god, that was crazy. that L2 just actually just melted him at the end there. And there's the consort rune. We'll see if he ends up using it.
And the second Dectus half for Neora.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right. They still do not have the Academy key, which means that they will likely have to take the longer way around to the Dectus lift. It's not the end of the world. We usually see that, I think. But obviously it's just a little slower.
Arky, I haven't even done the bit I wanted to do.
Alright, do the bit. Let's see it.
I haven't done the bit. Why don't we take a look? Domo style. At the map.
Yo, the map!
Why don't we take a look at the map?
Adef, can you show us where the Bellum Highway is?
Yeah, so as you can
Huge.
see, here is Raya Lucaria, and it sure would be nice to take this teleporter over here and then just ride up to the Altus,
Yeah.
you know, elevator, but instead they got to go all the way around through our boy EG, which is slower, okay? And they want to get here to Altus Plateau. That's where the good stuff is. And that's that.
Thank you so much. I actually really like that. I think that would actually come in handy. Maybe I should get one of those.
Well, soon you'll be able to use code ADEF at Displate, but not
Yo!
yet. Not yet.
Yo, we got sponsors left and right. That's crazy.
And remember, guys, use code Neora at HelloFresh, okay?
And while you're at it, you can use Parky for Factor.
Yeah.
There it is.
Let's
Thank
do them
you.
all. Get every food delivery service there is.
All of
damn
them.
it.
Never cook again for yourself. All right, and here we have a Magma Worm. This is going to shred him. Magma Worm. Okay, you know what? He's moving, so never mind. I was just gonna say, as long as he doesn't move, he is a big body, and he will get absolutely melted by this.
One of the worst attacks in the game.
Yeah.
That Magma Worm running attack is so dumb.
Yep.
Hate
Well,
it.
he got it. The score.
He did
This is
get
what
it.
I was saying earlier, by the way, chat, about like the false lead that one player might have over the other because they have a higher score. When you have any sort of league where the routes are so different, the scores are actually about the same. Despite Plural having a death, they are equal to 48, which means that if Neora does end up getting a death, Plural is super back in this, and it would be back to anyone's game. I just think those early Dragon Barrow and early tanky bosses getting out of the way really helped him at this point. And especially with all that money. It looks like Neora
Okay, so
might
we
be
are-
heading to Altus now.
Yeah, this is the EG teleporter, so definitely going that roundabout way to get to the elevator here. Makes sense. It's definitely faster than riding all the way there.
Yeah.
And Plural really is just sticking with Deathspoker here most of the time, and a lot of the time it's going to pay off.
Yeah.
But I like that we're seeing two completely different weapon choices. I think it's fun that Neora is going for this sort of power stance, like or dual wielding alabaster, and it looks like a claymore with frost on it. It's fun.
And we have a bell-bearing hunter here on Neora's side. Ooh, nice jump. Jumping that grab.
Yeah,
That's really
that
clean.
I learned that jump somewhat recently, like a few
Yeah.
months ago. It's so nice.
It is super nice.
I
Yeah, I gotta
also-
learn that.
I just love fighting that boss.
Yeah, it's
I
fun.
think that is one of the best bosses in the game.
Like bell-bearing hunters in general.
Yeah, they're so enjoyable to fight.
Yeah, I think they're
Like
cool.
it's just like they set the pace, but you can find your little openings. The melee loop is really enjoyable. I mean, the stun lock thing where you like go around the backside and just wait for him to do the slam is not
Yeah.
as enjoyable. But fighting them
Yeah.
close up normally, I think, is really fun.
They're really cool, and their like distance punishes are really crazy, and just the way their swings look, it's a pretty crazy fight.
Yeah, and then in Night Rain, they were like, okay, what about him but a billion health?
Yeah, and everyone is like, no, it's so scary.
Yeah, that's not as fun.
Yeah. And we have Concert Radon here on plural side. I assume this will probably look about the way it looked for Neora.
Hot take, this is also a boss I really like.
I agree. I think Concert Radon is way overhated. I actually like Concert Radon more than I like Bale.
I think Phase 1 is fantastic.
I agree, yeah.
Phase 2 is whatever. It definitely has some problems, and they've fixed some of it. But like, and the visibility is definitely an issue. But in prepping for Bingo Brawlers, I practiced PCR for so long, and I have this weird Stockholm effect with bosses where like if I practice a boss for more than like 5 or 6 hours, I just start to love it. Like it becomes like a brainless activity that I enjoy.
Yeah.
So I like fighting the boss personally.
No, I agree. Especially after he got nerfed, and it just makes more sense. I still liked him before, but some of the changes were definitely welcome.
The triple slash D nerf, I think, is a good change.
Anyway, we have Neora here heading up to the Deathless lift, where he will be heading into Altus. Finishing off that, what's it called? The Night Cav there, the Night Cav replacement. Plural is not yet gonna be, well, wait, is he there? I thought, yeah, he is. He just went to the side first. Yeah. Right. Am I right? It's like foggy. I can't see properly. Yeah, that's the Deathless.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He's going maybe... Yeah, he's like going the way up towards like the Frenzy Village or something.
Yeah, there are some bosses up there that they'll tend to
I guess there's
grab.
the tree, the avatar.
Yeah.
And there's also... Is this where the double assassin catacomb is?
I don't know, actually.
Maybe somewhere near here on the eastern side of Liurnia. Ooh, the madness in French is démence.
Démence?
Yeah, D-E with an accent aigu, and then M-E-N-C-E, démence.
Damn.
What's the literal translation on that?
I don't know. That's not in my French vocabulary.
Me neither. Dementia. That can't be right.
Dementia? It is dementia, chatters are saying.
Yeah,
so, like,
madness translates to folie.
Right. That's what I would expect it to be, yeah.
Démence is crazy work.
So, like, dementia hand in the Midra Forest?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm gonna apply dementia to this boss. Like, what? Like, madness just makes more sense thematically, I feel like.
It does, yeah. Dementia's goofy.
Like, you've studied things that have caused you to go mad rather than just, like, forgetting.
Right.
Though I guess dementia has other aspects besides just forgetfulness. But anyway, really nice Falling Star Beast fight there for Neora. That was really fast. And we've got one of the most annoying boss spawns in the game. You must go through 3,000 dialogue trees with Mr. Turtle Pope here in order to get the Bell-Bearing Hunter to spawn. This one, I hate this one.
Yeah. So Forza did implement some really great quality of life features in this game, in the league. Like, again, nighttime bosses can spawn in the day. But something like this, this will always stay because, you know, maybe there's no way around it, but it is a nuisance. It is quite the nuisance.
Yeah, it looks like Plural is struggling to get the boss to spawn right now.
Yeah, he's got it.
Okay,
he's
got it.
Black Knife Assassin. We have
it's
seen
Black
a
Knife
couple of
Assassin.
Black Knife Assassin deaths, actually.
I
It
believe
can get out of hand very quickly. And the thing is, like, when I fight Black Knife Assassin, you know, if you want to be safe, you can just keep baiting that backstab, right? Okay, not an issue
Yeah.
for Plural, obviously, but
it's kind of slow, right?
it's slow. It's slow as hell. It's extremely slow, and you don't want to be slow in this league. So you got to be a little aggressive with it, which can get really scary. And then if you drive away with Torrent, she gets angry and shoots at you, and then you just die.
The
I've
dismount.
seen that. Yeah. So that's crazy.
Okay, so this is the double assassin.
Yeah. Right.
Catacomb. So this is really good. This is 2 quick back to back, but you can get pretty unlucky. Like, this is not a great boss for this arena. Anywhere where Romina can get the phase transition off on you and you can't really avoid it is pretty annoying.
Right. So another thing to point out about this is apparently the butterflies. Oh, and he memory of Grace out. Yeah, as I was saying, okay, that's probably exactly what was happening there. The butterflies don't scale down. They're broken for one reason or another, but they do not scale down. So I haven't seen it yet, but apparently it is always going to be a one-shot, those butterflies, if they get you. So if you get Romina in a small arena, it's pretty spooky due to that. So right before, at the very last second, Niora was able to Memory of Grace out of there, so he didn't die. That is crazy. Wow. Very scary.
Obviously unfortunate to not get the kill, right? But, like,
yeah.
You know, you got to do what you got to do. Surviving is more important.
Mm-hmm.
And now he does have to walk back to get to this switch for the other boss. I imagine he's not going to do Romina again. I'd be very surprised. Yeah, okay. Just going down into the basement to flip the switch. That's what you would expect.
Yeah. Oh, that was so close to being so scary. The prediction is almost 50-50. That's crazy. And this is really interesting, though, because, yeah, Plural is actually ahead on score now. He has obviously died once. But, again, if Niora does end up dying, it will be a very, very close match.
What's crazy is Niora has no idea that if he just stood in place for the next 45 minutes, he would just win. Yeah.
I did see someone ask earlier, so if anyone else has come in here late, if you don't know what we mean by locked over there, Plural score being locked, is what happened is when he had a score of 13, which is 13 bosses killed, he unfortunately died to Horalu's grab, and therefore his score gets locked at 13, which is what he had when he died. And he is still playing because if Niora also dies once, Plural score will get unlocked. And then it'll get back to what it currently is, which is 54, which is really high right now. Yeah, we got some cool builds going on. It's like I was saying before, it's really fun seeing so many weapon options, which is why auto upgrade is so fun in any type of league, because it allows the players to really be able to swap between weapons, and it's also more fun for the viewers, right, to see, oh, it's not just Death Poker, you know, because I mean, I bet if they only could upgrade one weapon, I bet you they would have just upgraded Death Poker and gone with that for the whole time. So
yeah,
this is way more
much
fun.
Better. Also, yes, somebody in Twitch chat saying he should be disqualified if he stood in place. What you haven't considered is that if he stood in place, that means he obviously is watching Plural's stream, which is cheating. So yes, he would be disqualified, obviously. But not for unsportsmanlike conduct. It would be for unsportsmanlike conduct and cheating. So yes, that would not happen. But we've got Plural now heading into that same arena. He doesn't know that Romina is in here. One wonders if he's even going to give it a shot. I feel like because he's behind, he is going to try to kill this boss.
Meanwhile, Niora is heading into Altus to start his Altus route. With about 40 minutes left or so, it sounds about right.
Look at that Death's Poker damage, dude.
Yeah, that is insane. Let's see if he can get away from the butterflies here. It's a little...
He'll be fine.
That was very, very close.
Wow, that was very not fine, dude.
Yeah, it's the butterflies. I'm telling you. Like, if he was close to one other butterfly, he would have died there. That is terrifying. Wow. He does pull it off, which is great. Again, now he's got a few bosses over Niora. Again, if Niora dies, Plural is ahead on score. And he hasn't even... gotten into Altis yet. So, oh man, that was actually really terrifying.
Yeah, that was not overly chill.
Yeah, it would be funny, or not funny, but it'd be cool if he had a heart rate monitor as well. I've only seen Forza have one as well, Forza and Eora. But we should start getting them to everyone.
Yeah, let's send them out. So send everybody a heart rate monitor.
I don't know. I'm gonna tell Dom to consider it because it actually makes it so fun. It adds another element, you know, for viewers and commentators. This poor Mimic tier getting bullied. Unfortunately, he doesn't know how to use the Death Poker L2 or something. Imagine if the Mimic tier just like Uno reversed that on you.
I had to emergency move Poffin. He was starting to attack Cleffa.
What? Why didn't you show the cat?
I would have to. How would I even?
Guys, Adef has 2 cats around him and he's not showing a single one. I think that's a little rude.
I'll show Cleffa.
So what is, yeah, I was gonna, I'm curious why Plural is heading to Snowfield instead of Altis right now. Because he does have Altis access. Oh my god, Kitty! So sweet. Give her a little pet for us.
You want to say something, Cleffa?
No, but she's pretty
Hello.
chill. She's so cute. I love Cleffa. There's a cat who's not balding. That's so rude. I love my balding girl. Yeah, so maybe Plural is just trying to get some fast Snowfield bosses out of the way before starting the Altis. There's like a little Altis loop that they tend to do. I wonder if he's just trying to get these guys out of the way, because we do have these graces. Again, if you look up in the top right corner, these graces were auto-unlocked for these players at the start of the game. So they do have the freedom to come here and fight some bosses. I feel like we don't tend to see this if they do have Altis access by this point. But yeah, I'm curious why he chose to do this instead. Yeah, I guess he is just trying to get everything out of the way before he moves on. Maybe due to just warp time or something, though that wouldn't matter. I'm not sure. Yeah, I guess it'll give a lot of runes, yeah.
The mountaintops play is interesting. I just feel like rune acquisition at this point doesn't really matter. Like,
I mean, that's what I'm thinking,
once your health
too.
bar is this deep, like if your strength is already at like 40 and your health bar is this big, I think leveling when there's only 30 minutes left is low-key just like wasting time.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what his what his damage levels are. And a boss is a boss, right? Like if it's a little bit long. Like I don't think the bosses are really the issue. I think it's more just the walk to this guy took a little bit time, and I don't know. He is pretty tanky. Ooh, gotta be careful.
Is this real or fake?
Like, is it the snail? It's real.
Yeah.
He's bleeding. He's bleeding red.
Okay, I can't really see.
Yeah, this is just regular Godskin Apostle. But yeah, I mean, it's not like he's just here to level, right? Like, a boss is a boss. You need a boss. So maybe he's just trying to get these out of the way before moving on.
Hot take maybe, or maybe this isn't a hot take at all. Having your flasks on the pouch is a huge mistake.
That is
because
absolutely not true.
You have to hold a button and then press another button to heal. If I'm in a tense situation, I need to be able to heal by pressing one button.
No, I'll tell you why you're wrong. Scrat, say hi. Well, she already said hi. Sorry, Scrat doesn't really like me as much as Adef's cat likes Adef. Bye, Scrat. Alright, so let me tell you why you're wrong. First of all, we have the last game that I commentated, we actually had a player, I don't remember who it was exactly, but we had a player who was running from the Sunflower, had to do a really quick heal, tried to swap over to his flask, which was on his regular bar. He accidentally swapped to something that was empty, and he died because he was busy, like, oh, empty flask, like, whatever. Or, like, the butt scratch animation, he was doing one of those things. And he died. And if he knew that his flask was on a, pouch down, that wouldn't have happened. Second of all, oh,
I understand what you're saying, but like, first of all, aging untouchable on screen.
yeah, first time that I'm seeing an aging untouchable in a DRL. That's scary.
In a place that kind of matters, actually.
Yeah, wow. He's doing
We're about to get
Deimos.
Deimos.
Ooh, Deimos! Oh no!
Wait, he might be
no!
dead, dude. If
oh
he gets
no!
grabbed, he's dead.
Oh no!
He's dead. He's dead. He's dead for sure.
Wait, he's actually
Dude.
dead. And the game evens back out, and now Plural is back in the lead. Oh my god. Where was this, chat? Did someone see where this was? We have to keep this in mind for when Plural goes
It's
there.
Altus. It's one of the Altus tunnels.
Tunnel, yeah, okay. The Deimos,
Wow,
ouch!
okay.
Yo, he was doing a really great job avoiding that, actually. I'm surprised that he ended up dying.
Taking the elevator might have been the way.
Yeah. Yeah,
but the worry is if the aging untouchable gets on the elevator with you.
Then
wow. Okay, aging untouchable in a cave is really quite bad. Is he going back to the same place? Yeah, there it is. Okay, he just knows to avoid it this time. But if that aging untouchable aggroes on Plural when Plural comes here later, that could be a huge difference maker.
Wow. Yeah, no, untouchables are absolutely brutal. Every single Elden Ring league, untouchables are always a problem. That's crazy.
And now you have to wait for the elevator again.
Yeah.
Wow, this is kind of a huge swing because Plural also is just like flatly in the lead right now.
Yeah.
We're at the point with only 30 minutes left. The sort of disparity of like, okay, boss choice making up the difference and they'll catch back up later is not really a thing anymore. Plural is just in the lead.
Yeah, so someone asking, is there a way to avoid it? Yeah, you can parry them, which makes them super hittable, or you just have to be sneaky. That's kind of the only ways. I feel like there's a chance that Neora's not incredibly concerned because he's gonna know, okay, Plural's gonna come this way too, and he is also gonna have to deal with the aging untouchable. Yes, he might be able to completely avoid him, but it is pretty on the path there, so it's not like that was something that can only happen to Neora, or Neora got really unlucky for. But it is a cursed location. Let's see. We will see how Plural handles that. I'm very curious. That is crazy.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like the line he took.
Yeah.
The aging untouchable was in an avoidable place, right? It was in like the middle of the river, and if you hug the left wall, it didn't seem to be so much of a problem. But that is a patrolling, maybe enemy location. In which case, maybe he turns sometimes.
Yeah.
So it might have just been unlucky that he saw Neora, and they do like teleport. So you can't really get away from them just by being far ahead. Wow, that is pretty nasty, and you cannot quit out in the DRL because then you could just get away from every enemy in the game and there'd be no fun and no stakes. So you can't quit out. So if you see an aging untouchable and you don't already have a parry shield on your left hand, which why would you? Wow.
Though I'm pretty sure Neora did buy one. I'm pretty sure he bought one because I remember thinking, oh, that's interesting. He bought a parry shield. I wonder if he'll end up using that. And I don't know. Maybe it wasn't a parry shield. I don't know. But he did buy a little round shield. I wonder
maybe
if that
they
would
buy
come
it
handy.
in case they come up against a boss they like to parry. Or maybe it is an aging untouchable defense mechanism, but just in this moment he wasn't ready for it or something. What are Neora's swords? Left hand is Alabaster Greatsword, or Alabaster Lordsword, pardon me. And right hand is, I think, Claymore with Frost on it. It's Freezing Mist, I believe. Okay, so Plural is in Altus now.
Yeah.
So we're probably not far from when we would see that aging untouchable a second time. Or I guess a third time.
God. I'm a little
Neora's
nervous
not
for
happy.
him. No, Neora's not happy. That was so cursed. That entire situation was so cursed. Aging untouchables are always cursed wherever they are, but that really sucked. Anyway, I would just like to finish off this thought because I am passionate about it. I have actually stood there and tested if it's faster to hold down. Like, you know when you hold down and then your flask becomes the selected item and then you could just heal?
Yeah.
That is actually slower than having it on your pouch and going pouch down. Because on the regular hotbar you have to wait. You have to wait a few seconds before it becomes the selected item. But pouch down, you don't even have to wait for the pouch animation. You just press pouch down and you know that your item is going to be there and it's literally faster. Go try it out yourself. I'm gonna die on that hill. Everyone should do it.
I would say the difference is 99% of the time when I'm in fights, I just already have my red flasks selected. And so it's instant. I press one button.
Well, that's chill, but like these guys don't have that. And
He's hovering red flask right now.
Well, Plural's not.
Yeah, because Plural's is on his pouch.
Yeah, okay, I mean sure. But like what if you have throwing daggers?
Then I just quickly menu back. I think a big part of it is like managing what you put in your pouch versus what you put in your hotbar to not crowd your hotbar. Like I never have more than like 3 or 4 things max on my hotbar, so I can very quickly menu, and I always put things in the same place so I always know where I am. I understand what you're saying, and I don't think putting them where you put them is bad, but I do think my way is safer.
Yeah, well, you're wrong. This is just one of those things that, like, because I've just tried it myself, I will just never be convinced otherwise.
Well, okay, you know what we hopefully can agree on? And this is a crazy thing Dom does that I think is a huge mistake. Do you have torrent on hotbar or pouch?
I have torrent on pouch.
Good, that is correct. That is absolutely correct. Because having to menu for torrent is a huge L. I used to do that, and then Chris had me change it, and I can never go back. It is truly so much better.
Yeah.
And Dom menus for torrent, and it gets him killed sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I always have Memory of Grace, torrent, blue flask, red flask, all in my pouch, and then I usually only have, like, physic and throwables on my hotbar. And it's definitely optimized.
Torrent. It's torrent up, Memory of Grace down, and then throwing daggers left is my pouch.
You should consider putting flask on there. It will change your life.
There is no universe where I unwrite that muscle memory.
That's fair. But it is honestly just
okay. So we've got... It's 60 to 63. The lead is widening a bit.
It is widening, and it's getting a little scary for Neora.
There's only 20 minutes left.
Yeah. I would like to make sure we keep an eye out for Plural heading into that Untouchable, because that is going to be the big game changer at this point with 20 minutes left. They are both in Altus. Now that their paths have converged, I don't know if we'll be seeing Neora head to the Snowtops and do those things that Plural did. I don't know if he'll have time. Maybe. So that being said, if he doesn't have time to do those, Plural will just be ahead. Will just be ahead because of those. I think this is it.
This is it. This is it right now.
Does he hear it?
He's riding not that close to the wall.
I don't even hear it on his screen.
Is he coming from the other direction or something?
Oh, there it is.
Okay. He is aggroed.
Fuck you. I don't give a shit.
Did he de-aggro it? It's gone. It's not teleporting to him anymore. Wait, no. Okay, it is on him. Hang on. And he's about to stand in place for 3 or 4 seconds.
No, it's done. It's given up.
Wow, it gave up and he flipped it off.
He literally he said, I don't give a shit, and that's it. Is that all it takes? Maybe if it knows you're not scared,
fully
then
just
it
gave
doesn't
up on
actually
him.
care. That's crazy. Okay.
I mean, that might be the game right there.
Yeah, that is really unfortunate for Neora that that's not how it went for him. Though I don't even understand what happened with Neora. Like, why did he not just get on the elevator? Because the guy was gonna get on with him, or what?
I think when he walked onto the elevator, the Aging Untouchable got on at the same time as him, so he made the snap decision to get off.
Damn. Yeah, I mean, he would have died if he got on and just committed to the elevator strat as well.
It's not over. There's 20 minutes left, and this is the moment where you would play Stressley. And also, in Plural's mind, he's still losing. Yeah. Right? In Plural's mind, he still has to play risky because he doesn't know that Neora also died.
Yeah, both of these guys do not know that the other one has died. They both probably think they're behind. I'm honestly really impressed by Plural's catch up on the score. Because I thought that Niora was like super clean, super smooth routing, everything, like really smart pickups. And which they have been, obviously, and would be a million times better than me, first of all. But Plural, like the fact that he died, and I mean, that didn't waste that much time, but still, the fact that he did have time lost to a death, and he was able to catch up by a few points is really impressive.
I agree, yeah. There is... Niora hasn't, I think, done Sage's Cave yet, which... Is that the name of it? The double boss cave in Altus at the basin? I don't think he's done that yet. Which has the, I think typically has Garrus in it.
Yeah.
So that's a quick 2 bosses.
Okay, yeah.
So that might be part of the reason that we're seeing a lead disparity, but
yeah,
I don't know.
True.
Plural kind of getting bodied right now.
Plural has also just been playing so risky, as we've acknowledged, and it's been paying off for him. Like that Romina thing, bro. That Romina survival.
He had like 10 HP left.
That was crazy. I feel like nobody else would have, like, if he did not have a death, I feel like he wouldn't have committed to that. But I don't know.
I agree.
That was spooky.
2-phase Renala, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I think Niora's was 1 phase. So Niora is going to ride up to DTS now to finish this loop, and then I imagine he warps back to the start of Altus, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay, I'm going to do a bathroom break before we get to the end. You can take the lead here for a second.
Yeah. Okay, chat room. What do we got on DTS slot? It's incredibly dark. Okay, it is Invis Assassin. Incredibly annoying boss. I notoriously have a hard time with this boss. I hate this thing. I don't think we've seen a Sentry Torch anywhere in this seed so far. So there's no like easy way around this. But I mean, Niora seems to understand what's... Ooh, the backstab. I run away here, I feel like. But if you get on Torrent, you're doomed. Because this thing will dismount you like crazy. This is not the boss you want to see. Another backstab. Yeah, this boss is doo-doo. My strat here usually these days, Alabaster Lordsword might actually not be crazy with the Ashavor. The only problem with that is that you're vulnerable while you use it. Yeah, there's another backstab, so you could get backstabbed while you're using it. My strat here, though, is I turn the music off and turn the sound effects all the way up so I can hear the footsteps. That's been my sort of method. This is taking so long, dude. This is taking... I feel like you gotta get out of here. Find an opening and mog out, maybe. This is such a time loss. I mean, this is easily a minute spent on this fight already. Pretty good damage here. Okay, okay. Nice. Okay, solid recovery. Solid recovery there. I respect it. Obviously, you can look for the footsteps. Parky, we almost just saw maybe a hairy situation. Niora was up against Invis Assassin on the DTS slot, and he did. The fight took over a minute.
Okay. We have seen some cursed Black Knife Assassin, so if he didn't die, then I would say that's a dub.
Fair enough, yeah. Annoying boss for sure.
Where was it?
DTS.
Oh, right, okay. So Plural will be fighting it as well then.
Most likely, yeah, on this current loop that he's on. So we've got only 17 minutes remaining.
Yeah, is there a second untouchable? Wait, is there a chatter is mentioning one? I didn't see.
I didn't see one, but I also can't hear.
Yeah, I didn't see one either. I will say Plural does have... No, Neora... No, sorry. Plural does have about 30 to 40 seconds more than Neora just due to the in-game timer. I will see if that'll make a difference. I mean, at the rate and the pace that they're going, I feel like Plural is just at a really solid, like, 1 or 2 bosses ahead. That if everything goes as it currently is, I can't really see him getting behind again. But obviously anything can happen at this point still.
I just yanked my headphone out of my ear and my mixer fell to the ground.
Damn. Oh my god.
We're good,
that
we're good.
happens with those wired
Solved.
ones, man.
We're fine. We're fine. Everything's fine.
We'll see who's in this shack. Oh, the Tibia Mariner. Yeah, we've seen when Aggie played, he got Fortisax, who spawned on top of the shack and was unkillable. And that cost him the game, so pretty cursed. Good thing that didn't happen here.
Dragonkin over here just got to get in the knee elbow, and you'll never lose.
True. The knee elbow, true. The knee pit.
The knee pit.
You should get onto my earbuds, by the way, if you are interested in wireless ones. They're literally a game
Oh, are they
changer
good?
for me. They're insane. They're a little expensive, but I bought the highest battery life versions. And I like, not sponsored, by the way. I like them so much I bought 2 because they're just so good.
I mean, I'm a big earbud enjoyer because I have to wear these glasses, and over-the-ear headphones with glasses on hurts my head so much.
Yeah.
And it also fucks with my hair, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not into all that. So yeah, I'll take the recommendation for sure.
What I like about mine, which I don't think would get in the way of glasses because I wear glasses occasionally and I haven't really noticed an issue, but they go around your ear. Like.
Oh, are they like in-ear monitors? Like proper studio in-ear monitors? Because those typically go around the ear and then...
I don't think they are, but some people ask me if they are.
Okay.
We'll talk about it after, but I am very passionate about
Sure,
them.
yeah.
Oh no, and Plural gets that. Yo, Plural is in a scary situation right now. He has
that hand...
Yeah, that hand with that ring that grabbed him there, that actually could have been the death of him. Very, very scary. That was very close to putting the game back into Neora's favor at the last minute.
Wow, that would have been so bad.
Terrifying. All these enemies, man, like, oh god, it's the scariest part of the randomizers. The bosses aren't even the big issue. It's these randos.
Dude, seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever there's ads on these fights, there's a chance that it's just the worst boss ever,
Yeah.
the worst enemies ever.
Yeah. And yeah, that was a time loss, and now Neora has actually caught up in score. Plural is still, as you can see, Plural has the blue highlighted score. That means that Plural got to 68 bosses first, so if the game were to end right now, it will go into Plural's favor. But here he is at the Black Knife Assassin, which I actually think that this L2 would probably be pretty decent. Oh no, and he gets grabbed. We'll see how this goes.
Dude, this is what was happening. This is what was happening to Neora. Mounting the horse against the Black Knife, always a choice.
Damn,
Okay, that's
where
actually
is
quite
she?
smart. The explosion AoE.
Yeah.
I personally
he's out
think
of there.
Alabaster Sword would be better. The Alabaster AoE would hit a huge range there. But Neora now ahead.
Yeah, Neora officially ahead. Yeah, smart Mog, but time loss. Wow, this is truly anyone's game at this point. Oh god. Oh, it almost gets grabbed there.
Wow, that was last second dodge, dude.
Yeah.
So after this, what? You do the Knight's Cav at Altus Highway Junction?
Yeah.
Or near it, and then... Okay,
I mean,
no,
there's some options.
warping away. Has Neora still not done the Sage's Cave? Because that is like a huge... He has to have by now, right? That has to have been one of the ways he caught up. I wasn't paying attention.
I don't know. But Plural did just drive by the second Aging Untouchable, who did not pay him any mind. Interesting.
He's just built different.
Yeah, I don't. He's just like, yeah. If the aging untouchable can sense fear, then that's when things get difficult.
It's true, low-key.
It's like when you really want the deck this half, and the game knows you really want it, and it won't give it to you. You have to pretend like you don't care. You pick up items, and you're like, I don't even want this to be the deck this half.
Yeah, it's the reverse psychology.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so Death's Poker on Death's Poker action right now.
It's not as good as this bird as it would be. Well, I guess I spoke too soon. The L2 actually is just so good.
It is quite good, yeah.
Yeah.
But we've got 71, Niora widening that lead. It's crazy. I feel like we were saying the same thing about Plural 5 minutes ago.
I just finished saying, oh my god, that was a fantastic dismount.
Nice
I was just
dismount.
finished saying I don't know how Niora will catch up. What do I know, I guess.
Nice.
And just
Risky
a reminder,
play, but I
chat,
like it.
because neither of them can know what the other one is doing, neither of them know that the other guy has died. So they both probably think that they're last place right now due to their death. Which is crazy.
Maybe if you're Plural in this moment, you think in the back of your mind, this is probably wishful thinking, but you might guess that he died to the aging untouchable, right? Like, it's certainly possible that could have happened. And so you're like, okay, maybe I'm back in this, low-key. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like you just always have to play as though you're still in it, because there's no reason to play otherwise.
The Abominable Twins.
Nice.
That's a funny name for them. I mean, what are they? The Fell Twins, usually?
Yeah, the Fell Twins went down really fast there for
Yeah.
for Niora. That was, I mean, they micro stagger like crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was quite good.
God, those sorcerers with those, like, bouncing things from the DLC are just the worst. Horrible.
The, what do we call them? The bullet hell? Or like the Toho sorcerers?
They feel like a mistake. How can they possibly be doing all that?
There are
Pisses
quite
me
a few
off.
DLC enemies that feel like a mistake.
You haven't been part of a stream like this before. This is so cool to watch. Well, thank you very much. I'll actually be commentating tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern again, if you want to catch it again. Just a reminder, though, this is not, it's not my league. This is Forza's league. He just has a French commentary team, an official French commentary team, and an official English commentary team, and I happen to be one on the official English commentary team, and then I get to bring my friends on to co-commentate with me, and so that's what this is. But yeah, this is all done by Forza, all organized by Forza. All credit goes to him. !DRL if you want to check out the website for more scheduling or more information. Was that
10 minutes, under 10 minutes remaining. We are 72 to 70. 73 to 71.
73 to 70, yeah. So, okay, what is Niora headed to now? In Kaled. Is there something here that he didn't do earlier? Oh, yeah, this whole thing.
Oh, yeah, he didn't fight this Estelle. That's
Yeah.
right. This is a place where Plural almost died, actually.
Yes, it is, yeah. And Niora did not do the branch jump, which, honestly, great decision. People would be dying on that branch.
Maybe could have greeted a stagger there in the teleport. I don't know, but
Yeah.
we'll just get one here. Okay, no, it wouldn't have staggered. It's good to know.
Meanwhile, Plural doing the Tree Sentinel Duo replacement here. 2 easy bosses, but still playing pretty safe because of those projectiles. Those are difficult to dodge if you're not proactive with it. And there you go, nice kill. That does count for one boss. I mean, that's how it usually works.
Yes. Yeah, it's one boss, yeah.
Yeah. And a way to know, chat, in leagues like this, and I assume this is a way for all the leagues that have the similar thing. Also in bingo, if you ever want to know, and this was a topic in today's bingo match actually, if you want to know if a boss counts for 1 or 2 in terms of the score, if you kill one of the bosses and they respawn, like if you kill the boss and then die, if that boss respawns, then the duo will count as a single boss because, you know, you have to kill both of them for them to stay dead. But there are some cases where you can only kill one and the one will stay dead. For example, the Tree Sentinel duo in the DLC. Those will count for 2. Oh, God.
Oh, Dragon Barrel O'Neil.
O'Neil! Oh my
he
God!
got dismounted. If he gets hit by 1 arrow, okay.
That's crazy, those sorcerer arrow guys. Oh my God,
I do
O'Neil.
not fight this guy here. Are you kidding me? This is...
That is very scary.
Summoning the second batch.
Okay, there he is. Wow,
Okay,
that was
nice.
so close.
Well recovered. Good lord.
Yeah, that was very, very nerve-wracking. Yeah, Morgott replacement is 2 bosses, Adef. I don't know if you knew that, but if you kill Morgott in the DRL and you haven't killed Margit yet... No. Is that how that works? Yeah, if you haven't killed Margit yet, but you do kill Morgott, then you get 2 bosses dead.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Which I haven't seen that. No one really... I've not seen anyone go for Morgott.
Yeah,
but...
it feels unlikely that that's going to happen, but that's interesting. I feel like going to Capital is almost never going to happen.
Yeah, I don't really see it, but yeah, apparently that's a thing there. Yeah, maybe you get an extra Landil Grace. Okay, oh, never mind. I was gonna say Neora's... I thought that was in the, Neora hasn't done Soldier of Godric yet, right? So he'll probably do that at the last minute. Which we are getting close to, by the way, with 6 minutes left.
It was Mad Pumpkinhead and Watchdog, I think.
Oh, what happened in an earlier match today? Gotcha, cool. Oh, we have Jory here. Jory can get out of hand, absolutely. Oh, we also have Vike on plural screen. Oh my god.
I hate Vike. Dude, oh
yeah,
my god.
Vike can get really bad, and that was fantastic. Jory can also be really bad. Hopefully it doesn't get
His
too out of
damage
hand
on
here.
Jory is like not that good.
Yeah, it's not what I would expect, right? And he's got like a double hammer jump build. Okay, the staggers are great. If he can just keep Jory staggered, do not spawn the little guys. Okay, well.
Yeah, we don't want the gentlemen.
There
The
they
gentlemen
are.
have appeared and the big guy's coming next.
Oh, God!
But you just have to hit them like once.
There's just like so many projectiles coming at you that it just makes it difficult. But oh, God, it's fine, but that was really scary. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. I think that boss fight, if that takes any longer, it gives Plural a real chance. But with only 5 minutes left, this is tough. I don't know.
All right, so
Going
now
to consecrate it.
Yeah. Now Neora is doing the bosses that Plural already finished earlier, if you remember.
Well, no, I don't think Plural went to Consecrated Snowfield. I think he went to Mountaintops.
No, he did both. I'm pretty sure.
Did he? Oh, I must have missed it.
Yeah, he did both.
He did both. Wow. Okay, so under 5 minutes left, Consecrated without having done... I don't think he did Soldier of Godric yet, like you said.
Yeah. This is getting real close because, yeah, now Neora's got a few bosses here. Heart rate's going a little bit up. And Plural, well, no, now Plural's back here. So has Plural done his Altus route then? Yeah, I guess.
Oh, yeah, he
Okay.
did fight this, yeah.
Super fast Mariga.
Really
Oh,
nice
Chad
warp
says he
as
did
well.
do Rig. Did he do Rig?
All right,
He
well,
must
then
have done it
I don't know
early.
what I'm talking about then.
Yeah, what are we talking? I don't know. Honestly, these games there's so many bosses being killed. It's really hard to remember everything.
It is true.
Plural does have 20 extra seconds left. It could make a difference. We'll see. Just keep that in mind, chat. Oh god.
Who's the Borealis replacement?
Ooh, dancing,
Dancing
lion.
Lion. Could be bad depending on which one it is.
It could be bad if it is the Deathblade one.
And he's missing some jump attacks. Jump attacks kind of hard to hit on this guy. Oh my, it's the Deathblight. Or no, that's
just
Storm,
the
I
dirt
think.
still, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that the power stance jump attacks is the way on this boss.
Oh!
He moves around way too much for this to be viable, I think.
I kind of agree, but I don't know.
Like, look, he's missing every other attack.
Ooh, we do
Obviously,
have
it's hard to
X-Yikes
change mid-fight.
as well. That X-Yikes is a scary one. Is he in a Everjail as well? Oh god, now he's Scarlet Rotted. This is a Mog, unless you have a raw heal. Okay, yeah, Blessing America. A dragon in Everjail though, like god, he could just jump out and then screw it for you. Oh my god, this is really
That
stressing
tail
me
swipe
out.
did half.
Yeah. He has almost got him down though. Meanwhile, Neora gives up on the dancing line.
I think that's the right call.
Yeah, I can't say I blame him. And X like
With 2 minutes left, you're hoping for
down.
what, one more boss? Maybe
Yeah, you definitely
two?
don't want to be dying with 2 minutes left.
But with 2 minutes, I mean, there's a 20-second difference between them, like you said, and like Plural's only one behind right now. Depending on the choices that Neora makes, getting a grace. There's 2 minutes left.
I don't know. Like, this is really tight.
He's going for what, this Erdtree avatar, I guess?
Yeah, which was the Apostle, yeah. Right, so at this point, Plural needs to not only catch up to Neora's score, but he has to get one more. Because if they are in a tie, then the win will go to the person who killed the most recent boss first. Which,
Okay.
if it was 77 to 77, Neora would win. Oh, is that a memory of Grace out? Ooh! No, he's not
That
letting
seals
him.
it, I think.
He's not letting him. I mean, he kind of needs the boss kill.
Yeah, with 2 minutes left. Like, what are you doing instead? That's it, I think. Presuming Neora doesn't die to this, that should be the game.
Yeah,
1 minute left. Do you go do Godric now? Soldier of Godric? Oh, no, he already did that.
Yeah, they both.
So,
already did
what are
them.
you left with? Like the tibia, maybe? Tell me he's not jumping into Castle Soul right now. Tell me he's not jumping into Castle Soul right now. Brother,
Wrong with Castle
with a
Soul?
minute left? Oh, he's taking... Oh, wait, there's a... Okay.
Yeah, they have a Spirit Spring, yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. In my mind, that was the worst decision of all time. Because
You
I
thought he was
didn't
just
know
doing
that
some
there was a
skips?
Spirit Spring added.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, it's good. I actually really like that Spirit Spring there. I wish it would be in Bingo too. Ooh, Fire Giant with 30 seconds left. Ooh, I don't know.
I mean, there's no way you get the kill in 30 seconds, right?
I mean, he can definitely try. But it is, yeah, it is looking like so yeah. Plural needs 3 bosses at this point. I don't think that's even possible. So it is looking like it's going to be Neora's game unless Neora dies in the next 10 seconds.
If Neora gets this Fire Giant kill in the next 10 seconds, I will be so impressed.
Oh, maybe if he didn't roll there, but yeah, then nah. Yo, he's
Yeah, at
just
this point, it's just stay
stalling.
alive.
Oh, that's so goofy. Okay, well that's it. That locks
Dude,
him
he's
in.
on the ledge. GG's. Wow, there you go.
Neora finishes
78
with
to
1 death.
76.
Well, to
1
be
death
fair, I mean,
each.
Portal still has 30 seconds, but yeah, there's no way he's gonna get 3 bosses. That was actually a really crazy back and forth game. There were times, well, while it's never over till it's over, and I always have that in mind, chat. Don't forget that. But obviously, I'm kind of like in my head, okay, this is really looking like Neora's game. I really don't know how Plural's gonna catch up. And then it's like, oh wait, no, this is actually really looking like Plural's game. I don't know how Neora's gonna catch up. It really was going back and forth for a while. That was really crazy. Adef, what did you think of that match?
Final score, 1 boss apart with a death each. I mean, that
Yeah.
is like as close as it can possibly be.
Yeah.
I feel like how could you couldn't ask for a more entertaining match? Like that's crazy. Do they know yet? Do they know what the outcome is?
Yeah, Neora, his chat is telling him. Yeah, they're both looking at their chats now. Wow, that was really crazy. They both God, they both deserve to win that. They both played out of their minds, and the deaths were just. Let's remind what the deaths were. So Neora understandably died to a aging untouchable, and Plural died to the Horaloo grab. Oh
Yeah.
God, the Horaloo grab. Yeah, that felt
That's
forever
wild,
ago.
bro. That's like cinema.
Yeah, that was
Cinema.
so cool. And I think that what I really liked about this game was that we saw a lot of routing differences. So it kept us on our toes. We were able to see what routes were better, what worked better than others. And it looks like in this case, Plural's investment into the Dragon Barrel early actually ended up paying off, which is really cool.
And there's
No, it didn't.
Very
Wait. No, it didn't. It paid off a little bit, and then it didn't end up paying off in the end. Sorry, I misspoke.
Yeah. Very diverse weapon choices as well, which is really sick. Like,
Yeah.
you know, lots. We saw Neura use at least 4 weapons, maybe 5, over the course of that match, which is really cool. And Plural also using 2 weapons. Actually, he used 3. So, you know, really cool. Reason why auto upgrade is so sick, because it allows us to see a lot of different things. But that means moving out of losers round 5. The 3rd seed Neora advances to place or fight against the 2nd seed Iron U in losers quarters. So we're now officially in what I think is top 6. Yeah, top 6 placement now for Neora.
Damn, that's gonna be a crazy match. Holy. I'm commentating a match tomorrow. I don't know who's playing yet. Obviously not this game, but I assume that'll be a good game too. And yeah, unfortunately for Plural, this is going to be his last game in the league because this was the lower bracket. But honestly, everyone's playing out of their minds. I mean, we're in like the best of the best right now. Everyone is playing so well. Everyone's really showcasing what they can do and their knowledge. It really might just come down to some unfortunate, you know, placements of bosses and just some risks that didn't end up paying off. But yeah,
like
I
tomorrow
think...
you're commentating the other losers side.
Okay.
I think. Yeah,
That's it.
you're commentating Rakushane 6th seed versus Lazy Helios 10th seed, which is the other losers round 5 match.
That'll be a great match, for sure.
Agreed.
Well, chat, I think that sums this up for us. Adef, do you have anything else you want to say about the game?
No, I thought it was sick. I'm glad I got to commentate. Thank you for having me.
It was a lot of fun. If you guys don't know Adef, please go check him out. One of my good friends, and also plays a lot of everything, I feel like.
Yeah, I can't stick to my lane.
That's okay. That's okay. You killed it in Elden Ring despite not being an Elden Ring guy, so...
Thank you.
Anyway.
Yeah, and everybody subscribe to Parky. Bring those. Where are the
man.
Twitch Primes?
Anyway, chat, for now, that is going to be it for me because I have a thing to attend to. I might be back in a few hours, but I'm not going to make any promises. You can see in my Discord, I'll update if I will end up streaming or not. There is a chance I'll be back with some Elden Ring bingo practice or with Persona. We'll see how I feel. I do have to get started on practice, though. But anyway, until then, chat, we will raid out. I think Dom, I assume bingo is over. Is bingo still going?
No, it's still going. I will be honest, I've had it second monitor. It is 1v or it's 1-1 right now.
That's crazy.
Chris and CBD are tied on 9 squares each in match 3. It's base game.
I did debate having it on my second monitor, but I was like, no, I'm the official commentator.
I have been
I'm
to
not
be clear. I've had it second monitor very small, and I've had this game full first monitor the whole time.
It's been great. It's been fantastic. All right,
But
guys.
I couldn't help myself.
No, I don't blame you at all. We are going to be raiding into Dom's Bingo Brawlers League. This is incredible. It's another really, really fantastic bingo league. And go give him some support. and have fun watching. I will see you guys tomorrow for another Deathless Rando League match at 3 p.m. Eastern. I will have Mitch with me tomorrow. And finally, Dom hasn't stolen Mitch. Mitch is like the hot commodity right now for commentating.
Dude, Mitch is the GOAT.
Yeah. And yeah, see chatters. We'll see you later. Adef, thank you again for joining me. You were amazing. I didn't mean to make you feel bad by saying that.
No, you're
this
fine.
was a lot of
You're
fun.
chilling.
And I will see you